Welcome to Nerds Around Table. I'm Bobby the Wolf Mullins. Brad is in the background putting something on, whether it's a tutu, a tunic. I don't know. He's wearing his DeJouric table underwear. I don't know what he's doing, but it's supposed to be a prize, so I don't know. And Wookie is out of pocket for some other fucking godly reason. Apparently, he's chasing forward. So we're supposed to discuss shit today, and apparently that's not gonna fucking happen. So, what the fuck is Wookie? So we're just gonna sit here and talk to Bobby for a little bit while Brenda helps Brad put. Yes, Brad has a wife, something with boobs. It's he's not gay. I saw the emails. He's not gay. Anyway, we're gonna do this show one way or the fucking other. These guys are gonna be the death of me. By the way, I'm gonna give some shouts out while we're doing this. Jennifer and Daniel Todd. Oops, excuse me. Another burst like beer. I've been drinking already. Started about 7 this morning. But Jennifer and Daniel Todd gave me this as a congratulatory thing for the show. It's a sangria, homemade. So I will be drinking this on the show. Thank you, Jennifer. Also, Austin is a new fan. Me and him discussed Star Wars in great lengths. Oh, Jesus. And anyhow, that's what we plan on discussing today is Star Wars Solo and Deadpool 2. Not the first one, the second one. So anyway, I guess we'll get to it. Oh, shit. Let me get the stool. Ugh. All right, I'm too old for this shit. Here comes Brad. Come here. Feel down. Not me, jackass. Easy. That's not the table. It's not. Brenda.
Hi, how are you?
So Brenda, what is this?
Well, he missed last time, and he's feeling very bad for it.
So we're saying he's shunned? He's ashamed that he missed the show.
Right.
Oh, poor bag boy. Okay, so I'm stuck with this.
You're stuck with that. And I will be back. I'm leaving now.
All right, well, we'll be done in an hour. Yes, that's a real woman. Don't make me get the hose.
That's right.
Oh, I feel a booby on me. I feel a booby. There was 2 on my back.
That's right.
See, those are real guys. Keep your head out of the comic books. Easy, bag boy. Don't let me sack your nuts. Okay. Don't let me sack your nuts, buddy. Little nuts? Just a little bit? Just a little bit. This motherfucker. I'm going to kill you. All right, folks. This is the shunned one. Now, since you have the bag on your head, you're going to be talking through the bag, apparently.
But if you think my punishment is over, I can take.
No. Your punishment's still on. Because we got to wait for Wookie apparently for this. Because I am not going to be the only one that sees what's underneath that man. Yes, I have a feeling it's going to be scary as fuck. Anyway, and by the way, on this show, don't do that. I thought they were knocking at the door. I know you're nervous. Look here, my phone. Anyway, on this show, if you don't like what you hear, the thing, the topics, whatever the length, we're going to try to keep it clean, but we're going to do some larcening.
No short scrotum.
Lots of short scrotum. Matter of fact, the Larson word of the day is foreskin.
Foreskin.
Yes, please use it in a sentence. And I'm going to say tomorrow at 3 o'clock, just yell it out loud, everybody at once. Just yell out foreskin wherever you're at.
Is that like after the 3 skin?
Yeah, it's kind of like a 4-head, but you have a 5-head. But anyway, so the Larson word of the day is foreskin, which we'll hear for 2 weeks from Larson, because Larson is kind of that kid that took phys ed and heard the word penis for the first time. And, hey, the doorbell rang. Someone's here. Ladies and gentlemen.
Kind of like Pee-wee's Playhouse. It's Farmer Green.
Hey, well, we don't need that now. You can say that if you want to. Oh, hold on. We got another doorbell. Come on in. Who do we have here? Who's the next contestant on? Who wants to be a nerd?
That's the thing now?
No, you're our first guest. And apparently you're getting ass raped by Boba. Right over there, we'll keep on the thing. There's clips. That should hold it. Just clip him up to the thing. White, right there by the scissors. White clip. White clip. That should hold him up. Just kind of clip him. So here. Sorry, technical difficulties.
So Boba Fett is clipped and neutered. No wonder he's fit.
What the fuck are you doing now?
We'll get it in there.
Get it in there. All right, sit.
Little Wookie.
I'm working on it.
That's what we All right. Well, anyway, so we have a guest. We have Gracie, ladies and gentlemen. William's daughter. Come on. You're right over here. Right here. You can be away from your dad for just a second. Matter of fact, since Little Wookie's here, I got a Wookie filled with lifesavers. I didn't know if she'd like it or not. But anyway,
Everybody likes something to suck on.
That's yours.
that's your coffee.
Oh my God.
I have my coffee.
I understand.
That doesn't make any sense because I grabbed mine out of my cup holder.
Yep, you're right.
Wookie, I'm so sorry about this.
He's been shunned.
I think so.
Him and Brenda put that together. What is that? This is sangria. Hola, chica. But anyway, we're going to discuss today Deadpool 2, fucking Solo. We already had the Larson word of the day.
It's an imitation. He's doing impersonations.
He's the unknown nerd, like the unknown comic. He's the shunned one, the forsaken nerd. But we had our Larson word of the day.
What's the Larson word of the
Foreskin.
Which is after 3
Foreskin.
Yeah, we're doing it. I told everybody at 4 o'clock tomorrow, yell it out loud. All the nerds just all of a sudden just go, foreskin!
And if people
Can we practice?
people don't look at us enough.
Well, all right. So anyway, which movie should we talk about first?
Deadpool came first.
Okay.
Well, that I haven't seen.
We'll take it. All right. Well, the curiosity is getting the best of me. You might as well take your punishment's over.
Why?
I want to encourage you to take the bag off.
Did he come through the door like that?
No, Brenda and him put this thing together back there. I don't even know what's underneath there. Do you want to leave it on? Do you want to take it off? Do you want to take? Are you through being punished?
Welcome to Nerds the Round Table. I'm Bobby the Wolf Mullins, and I'm here with your Wookie. And I don't know who this is supposed to be. Who are you, man? Are you mocking me? Hold on. That's okay. Well, obviously, we're doing that impersonation today.
Actually, we have 2 guest stars. We have Bobby the Wolf Mullins.
Bobby the Wolf Mullins
Great little Wookie.
and this guy. He's off. And Bobby the Wolf Mullins, ladies and gentlemen. He's back again. Woo!
Sorry. You leave it.
Wow.
So where did you get the hair for your chin on the nuts?
I'm wondering.
Scrotum hair. You want to stroke it, don't you? Yes, I do. I do. I actually do. Oh shit! It come off. It come off. Come off.
Don't pull so hard next time.
All right. So what were we doing again?
I have no fucking clue.
Talking about Deadpool.
Yeah, see, we have the voice of reason.
All right. So you get voice of reason. That's fucked up. Anyway, so we're talking Deadpool.
Panthers back again, baby.
There we go. We're gonna talk Deadpool. So
Alien penis.
who what?
Alien penis.
Alien penis. Foreskin.
Foreskin. I'll say that one.
Short skirt.
Nope. Still not saying it.
Anyway, so we're talking Deadpool. How did y'all like Deadpool 2? What did y'all think of Ryan Reynolds' character again? You liked it?
They amped up the laughs. It was wonderful.
I've always thought Ryan Reynolds was perfect.
What's up,
That
Ryan?
was just a role made for him.
I ran into one guy that actually didn't like Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. I couldn't figure out why, but he thought that Deadpool shouldn't have been played by Ryan Reynolds because Ryan Reynolds is a pretty boy. And I was like, you didn't see the makeup job? Where he said he looked like a testicle with teeth and all that? I mean,
It was that avocado that had sex with a
uglier
uglier
avocado. Yeah.
what
Angry sex.
angry
Hate sex. So,
In the boot.
I love her. I love her. I just love her. So anyway, but he just couldn't get over Ryan Reynolds as Ryan Reynolds. He wanted somebody unknown to play Deadpool. I don't know why. But anyway, I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed Deadpool. I thought, me personally, the best part to me was Juggernaut. To see the remake of that because of the older version
I like Vinnie Jones as an actor.
Oh, yes,
Part he
yeah.
plays, but that was not Juggernaut.
Mm-mm.
It's just, I run really fast and you can't stop.
Right, once I get going there, right, you can't stop me, I'm the Juggernaut. No. Put the dome trash can helmet on and give him, the size and the bulk and all that. Now, I do know that a favorite character of yours was in Deadpool 2. Was in one also, and you got to see something you've been dying to see. Fight between Colossus and Juggernaut. How'd you like that?
Oh, I love that, especially when you get into Colossus 40.
Oh, yeah, they knocked it out.
Yeah.
How strong do you think you'd have to be to dent that head?
Juggernaut strength.
Oh, Jesus.
They also mentioned that he, Xavier's brother in it too, so.
Yeah.
I've always liked.
Yes. Did everyone clean up their prison wallet today?
Oh, yeah. I cleaned mine twice.
Wait. I thought about sure cocking it for the show. Just thought it. Yeah. By the way, spoilers. Yeah.
He doesn't have the baby legs. Everything else.
Yes. 2 BBs in a kitchen.
Nice. Very nice. Something to say?
No.
Oh, you need my phone.
She's gonna text me.
Where is your phone?
I'm somewhere over there.
I gotta what?
Nice.
I gotta see what mom's commenting.
I don't have that pulled up just yet.
Well, that's okay, that's why I'm doing it for
Your
you.
mom's commenting, what the hell are you doing here with these nerds?
I don't know where your phone is.
She has been abducted
Wow.
by senior nerdles.
Oh, that's a couple.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, she was told we had to bring cups all day long. Everybody had to have
I thought-
So she brought her mom's.
I can't even read it. I'm sorry. I don't. Oh God.
Exactly.
Can you read that out loud, baby? Go ahead.
I'm not allowed to.
Why not? You brought your mom's cup.
Well, I mean,
It's right there.
well, I can say it in front of mom.
How about whisper?
And the whole world.
He's got a
Because everybody is watching. They took time out of their
millions of, well, actually 20 or 30 people watching. But millions and millions of people are watching this, waiting up. Give him that. It's in video.
There you go.
She is watching. She's watching. Just show her the cup. How about just show her the cup? Hold it up to the camera so the audience can see what it says. There's mom's cup.
Yeah.
But anyway, now I did not realize that Colossus was a dirty fighting mother.
He's not usually.
He's
usually straight up, he's the good guy.
He's
the
honorable.
moral compass, all that stuff like that. He's usually not that way, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Spike a guy in the nuts and the neck.
Right.
That, and then the ultimate, 20,000 gigavolt enema.
Well, to prove you're not unstoppable.
Right, but you're unstoppable. You're just not untasty. So tasty, bro.
No, they said at the very end that you're not pulling
He
yourself
does. He
out
climbs
of
out of the pool. Very end of it. I watched him see it again just to make sure that he did.
So,
He's pushing himself
what kind of revenge factor are we looking
Oh, he's coming after him. Imagine that there's only 2-3 X-Men at it. Better call some more.
Well, I do want to point out that he caught that the second time he watched it, and I thought the first time I watched it. Because I only seen it one time, but I caught that.
You looked up on your phone in the theater to watch
I'm never on my phone.
Well, she was trained properly. She was trained properly as a young girl. Yes, to watch. We'll go to movies.
And watch the movie.
Not ask questions. Wait till later.
Hey,
when the movie's
How
over.
they do it?
Yeah. Oh shit. Were you bored?
Who is that? Is that the guy that scurvy?
None of y'all know this. You want to see Rogue One? That's what I put up with.
Hey.
Most of Rogue One.
I was 28 years in when we decided to see Rogue One, and I did not see the screen.
With the magic best of never-ending six.
Right. And then I went to see Solo a second time and fell asleep during it. And thanks to him, apparently I snore and talk in my sleep.
Yep.
So, yeah, apparently when he's around, I'm comfortable and I want to lay down and go to sleep.
Your mom said you're a punk.
Your mom said you were.
Just like the alien said, Solo, right? Have you ever
I get it from my
like
dad.
Wookiee left?
Yeah, you never ever, you don't know how comfortable it is to sleep in a Wookiee's lap. It's amazing.
You slept next to her. You were Wookiee lap adjacent.
And he rules in his sleep.
Probably.
You should have seen him at the gas station today. We went and got coffee.
I didn't go to the gas station today.
I know, I'm saying you should have seen him.
I wasn't there.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Me. I'm talking about me.
No, you should have seen him. He gets out and he goes,
they said you can't pick your own biscuit. Well, give me that biscuit. They don't need to mess with me when I'm angry. I'm a Wookiee. And I'm like, you do know that you're not actually a Wookiee, right? I mean, it's
He's big, tall, he's covered in fur.
Exactly.
He goes, "Arr."
He's the
actually
Wookiee. He's the Wookiee.
I mean,
See there, see
you
what
can't
I
actually be Chewbacca though.
What I say,
He's my Wookiee.
see there,
Well, then that
what I
makes
say.
sense.
He's from a different clan.
Yeah, he's from the Short Scrotum clan.
Storm Scrotum. A force man.
Oh, by the way, Stanley did make an appearance in this movie.
Yep, he sure did.
Yeah, it was not him though.
It was, you know,
It was a poster.
On the wall.
it was graffiti on the wall.
Right. It was graffiti or like a collage. It was like a collage. It was in front of Domino or behind Domino or something.
They were like blue passes in the
Yeah,
helicopter.
right. Oh, and by the way, the scene where X-Force, X-Force. Yeah, X-Force. I did some research on this team. I did not know Puke-Boy. What's his name? Zeitgeist. I'm so glad I didn't collect comic books during this because Zeitgeist and him leading the X-Force was terrible. Yes, they were drug induced. I mean, I don't mind the liquored up part, but they're doing drugs just to handle their abilities, whatever. And the art was terrible.
Yeah, it was not.
Oh my God, the artwork was terrible in this. And then their similarities are Zeitgeist does get ripped in half. Apparently, the wood chipper is that.
Was Zeitgeist from the same lab that created Deadpool?
He just had a
Where they would
He just had a mutant ability. But the
ability.
thing, and for some reason, the whole team in the comics were a bunch of druggies. And I didn't know what that was about.
Well, it's a good thing Bill Skarsgård played him because he's very tall and lanky. And
That's the guy who played It or the clown or whatever. That scary little movie. Pennywise, that's it. That's scary something.
Oh, great.
I love that movie.
That I don't like
Oh,
scary
that's a
movies.
nice book reference. That's a nice book reference.
I do not like. I don't like scary movies. I'm ghost hunted. I don't do scary movies. I don't do them at all.
I watched them by myself.
The only thing I watched that would be considered a horror movie, and I did it out of general curiosity, was Halloween. After I watched the prequel Halloween, how Michael Myers got his start as a boy, it intrigued me. So then I watched the other ones, and they were just stupid because you can't be in a hallway as wide as this room, running from a 7-foot tall guy that's holding a scalpel the size of that, and you're it's gonna kill me. No, and he doesn't even run. But how do you get killed? And everybody's like, oh, a trick. Oh, a trick. Oh.
Let's go in the basement with a candle.
It is.
They didn't always go like people.
Of course. Oh, it's terrible. Fuck, it's terrible.
All things horror movies.
They're terrible.
We were talking about Chucky the other day. He's 3 feet tall and tall.
Right. What do you want?
I'm gonna kill you. No, you're not.
Can you just, but I would do this. You're going to do what? That's it. Heavy spin cycle.
They're going 350. Get you something.
Put him in the microwave.
Well, the thing is, Michael Myers had creep up, which is
Right. And I understand it's such a moral thing, but just to move slow. I don't get the 80s horror. But
about critters and ghoulies.
now I can see those
called the Puss. They're not horror movies.
by your wife.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Good job, Mom.
Hey, Mom. By the way, watch. There's another one for you. All right.
Yeah,
And you know what that is? 2 words. Suck it. X-Force. X-Force. Force. But anyway, so what y'all think of the death scenes of X-Force?
I think they were exceedingly funny because they set you up in the trailer.
I thought it was
Spoilers!
They set you. They've had plenty of time to watch it. They haven't watched it. That's their fault.
Oh, just like the
Get light.
invisible guy.
Was it Brad?
It was Brad Pitt, but a lot of people were arguing. I was like,
They were saying somebody else.
Brad Pitt.
John Depp.
It was not.
It was clearly Brad Pitt. Like
Yeah,
I've seen
yeah,
him in Brad Pitt movies.
But now in the movie they made him when he was invisible. In the comic book, he teleported.
I don't remember reading.
I did a little research because I know we were all supposed to, and apparently we dropped the ball a little bit. No, I'm just saying. I did recently. There was on it. Anyway, we're having a moment. But they said he was a teleporter as well as invisible in the
That really would have helped his ass out.
no shit, because them power lines fucked him up. And he got, ooh,
Here, I think, this one man's okay. Maybe not. We're along.
and the guy,
Yeah. Oh gosh, you're all on the same link here. Is it a band?
yes,
Oh, I need a glasses.
she needs to be the lead singer. Sean's good. She needs to be like Blondie. You say it.
I said Sean. I did not go behind.
Oh,
Damn, we almost got it. Oh, got it. Damn it. But anyway, now, all right, the character guy,
it's still on.
the black guy, what was his name? Now, apparently he can affect electricity. Is it only like power lines and
The electric current in your brain.
now they said he's almost like a human taser. Is that true? Like he can short you out.
From what I understand, where it can hit you and affect your electrical abilities, or it just
Every woman's dream date. The shocker for real.
This is going south.
Oh,
He just larcened again. He just larcened again. No, but all right, now I did, like I said, I did research. Apparently, Shatterstar in the comics is gay.
I didn't get that far, but probably, of course, if you look at him, you know.
What was the
anything you can do. I can do that.
And apparently, he likes Richter. And in the comics, him and Richter kiss.
Probably.
I just lost total interest in both of those.
I didn't go very far with that.
I don't know.
I'll go with the gate.
Speaking of mutants, you know Wolverine's back.
Really.
I'll take one.
You know Wolverine's got a new power, right?
He does. What is that?
Well, he's back, right? I think in September the new line comes out of Rebirth of Wolverine. They stole something. Remember when Deadpool had no mouth, fired the beams and he blocked the red hot. Well, apparently the comics want to use that. Now Wolverine can generate heat through his claws and turn them red hot.
So is this the form he's going to show in the next Deadpool?
I hope so.
That would be.
If he comes out and returns.
I hope not.
Well, I do too. I'm just kidding.
Hugh Jackman said the only way he would come out of retirement is to do another Deadpool movie. And Patrick Stewart said the only reason he would come out of retirement is if Hugh Jackman did another retirement.
And they have to do it with Ryan Reynolds.
Absolutely.
And him and Ryan Reynolds are buddies.
Stick to your guns.
And please God, that would be great. A Wolverine Deadpool movie?
We've been disappointed by movies too much.
Well, they ended up the gray uniform X-Force.
Right.
Right. He was covered in ash. It looked just like
It looks so good. It looks so good. How'd you like the death scene
that scene.
of Deadpool? How'd you like the death scene?
All
I
30
don't
minutes.
understand why Cable had to put the thing back there when he shot him. Why didn't you just take the collar off?
Because if you took the collar off, then the kid wouldn't have known the sacrifice that Deadpool would have made. The kid saw him with the collar on, put it on. And the kid understands that when that light's on, he has no powers.
Right.
Now he can die.
Okay, I understand that. So he died. Didn't take the collar off because when he died in the jail cell,
You know, the collar come off and
no,
he regenerates.
it regenerated. Anyway, the kid took the collar off. No, you didn't. Don't die for me. Click. I'm okay.
Right. No, I get that. And you, like you said, that even if you bury Deadpool, as long as you bury him with the collar on, he's dead, theoretically. But as soon as that collar
Comes
cuts off, rusts, shorts out, or whatever, the minor parts of him are going to regenerate the body.
It could have also been a nod to the sacrifice that Cable made for Deadpool.
Yeah, but he wouldn't have to make that. We just took the damn collar off. He would have gone home.
Okay, for that
Okay,
matter.
well, that's not how the director did it, so just move on.
So for that matter, if we're going to say that,
Oh, we're not talking about bad directors?
no, if that's the case, then Amy Farrah Fowler's right, and Indiana Jones was not relevant in the Last Crusade.
He wasn't, but it would have been a shit movie if he was.
Right, same thing.
It's in the story, damn it. Just live
I
with
mean,
it.
look what it, motherfucker. All right, now, any Easter eggs that y'all know about, nods to, whatever, that they did in Deadpool?
Luck is not a superpower.
It is, and two characters.
No, it's not.
Sure, Luck is a
And,
superpower.
and it is very cinematic, as you saw. It is a superpower.
It actually
It's
says,
also,
Let's agree and say it's not.
Domino and Long Shot.
yes, and I love Motion.
I like how they mentioned the Mojo World, too.
Yes.
That's not the only part of Shatterstar I like. Bringing the Mojo World into it. I really like
I didn't like the costume that Shatterstar was wearing.
Well, it looked similar, but it looked like somebody.
Did you know they
Bad
had the
bad
sparkle?
cosplay.
It was a bad cosplay costume. It was like looking at, it was like looking at Apocalypse, the movie version.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
instead of the cosplay version, which looks amazing. But the nod to Rob Liefeld,
Yeah, by the feet.
you know, it looks like a character that you can draw, an artist that can't draw feet. That is actually a thing in the late '80s, early '90s. Rob Liefeld created
Big
X-Force.
like
They actually separated off him, Rob Liefeld, Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, and a couple other really well-known artists created Image or Malibu Comics because they thought art would sell comics, not stories, and they failed miserably.
Yeah, they were drawing all of the larger than life, the really huge superheroes.
Ed Rock,
Large, aggressive women, you know, their own PlayStation device. And, but
yeah, because when women get powers, they become 8 foot tall, wearing spiked heels and a bikini with size 4. Oh my God!
and they fight crime in this.
Mm,
All the guys are fully armored up. I also noticed he had all the pouches too.
yeah,
Pouches on Black Belt was known for the pouches and the belts.
yes, he was known for doing that.
Everybody had.
You know, Deadpool in the comics didn't start off just slapstick like this.
No, he was supposed to be serious.
I remember it's episode or it's issue 93 of New Mutants, or no, X-Force, I believe. He come in and he's just an assassin. There was no speaking room. He just did his job and left. And he was actually a boring character. They had to do the whole rewrite on him.
You know, that would have made Ryan Reynolds just absolutely ape shit.
I know it would have drove his ass.
I can't talk. What?
What the fuck? That's
You
what
can't say
Just don't
Yeah.
have out shut.
He did that.
See it in that bad Wolverine movie where they take him out, place just look on his face like,
fuck you guys. You know what I'm doing this for? All right. Speaking of that, the last 2 clips in the spoiler alert. What did y'all think of the last 2 clips?
I thought they were
Thank
funny.
you. You're welcome, Canada. When
Of course, they're shooting, you know, himself or Green Lantern. That would have been fine. Of course, you know, that would have stopped that movie. But he's shooting the other Deadpool. He's still supposed to heal. So everybody just kept shooting his ass. How do you stop
he
that?
shot him with anti-mutant kryptonite bullets.
Yeah, that's it.
And then he dumped him in the power plant.
Right. Well, they were collar bullets. You know what I mean? Collar. Yeah, collar bullets.
And yeah, that collar.
Like Wolverine the adamantium bullet.
There have been several other people that found Easter eggs and stuff like that say they hinted at the collar in the very beginning when he blew up. That it flew up in the air.
Right.
No puff-tard, that was a belt.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
a belt, not a collar.
right, because he was actually trying to kill himself. Deadpool, when he did that and all the shit he goes through, reminds me of Bill Murray's Groundhog Day.
Right.
Because he's like literally walking down the hallway with a toaster in his hand.
And then you, baby.
Yeah, and he's over and over again trying to kill himself. Deadpool can't kill himself. And why can't Deadpool kill himself? Because he's nothing but cancer. But no, what's the main reason? Because
Lady Death.
Infinity War, right. She likes him. I can't live without him. Oh no. She also likes Peter Parker though. Likes Peter Parker.
That's probably why
I like Peter Parker.
I bet you do. Oh, he's so dreamy. It's just
So it's the red suit.
no, it's just the eyes. Yeah.
No, Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire. I don't know.
Is red like the color from
Wow. This is
Spider-Man. Spider-Man, I'm coming for you.
right.
Tom Holland.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
Tom
Yeah.
Holland, though. In all seriousness.
I'm sorry, Andrew Garfield played the best one.
I like the kid.
Dude, when Gwen Stacy's on there and he's like, look, I gotta tell you some blah, blah, blah. He just said, and, come here. That was so inspiring. Right. Now you know who I am, bitch. You know what I mean? It was a Scorpion Mortal Kombat. Get over you.
They should make that a movie.
What, Mortal Kombat?
Well, I know they made one like
Me too.
forever ago, but that was forever
They're
ago.
supposed to make another one.
Yeah, they should.
Bad.
Because Scorpion's my favorite.
So,
I liked them, but they were
you saw Deadpool, right? What age group should see this movie for you? I mean, I remember my age group. I'm 48. You're 18. And I understand that. Shut the fuck up. Anyway,
He told the security check come in yet?
know what you can lose some teeth, fucker. You're gonna eat a rod, and it ain't gonna be good with our soup by then. Fucking hard keep going. Yeah, you're gonna get some pudding. I hope you're up on your martial arts skill. You're gonna get palm struck and not in a good way. But anyway, of your generation, would this be an okay movie for them to see?
What, Deadpool?
Yeah. No, Mary Poppins. Yes, Deadpool.
That reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, Mary Poppins, yo! He's cool. Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend it, but I mean,
How young would you, as far as age go to allow
I mean,
for you?
If
I mean, in your opinion.
clearly I wouldn't have children at this age, but.
No, I'm saying if there was kids.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm like, my niece and nephew, like, I mean, I know they're Trisha's kids, but like, I would let my children go see it if they were that old. And they're like, what, 2 and 3?
No.
Like, I would, but that's just because
Your mother would
I
kill
want to
you.
watch it. And if I could get anybody to watch them, I'd be like, sit here and shut up. Like, you know, that would just be me. But, you know.
I'm right to the right. Look at this. Way to go. Dab here, ladies and gentlemen. Dab here. I have flack to say so. Yeah, I know. There's a mug. It's proof.
Hers is the only opinion that matters.
Right? No shit. When it comes to your kids, it's kids' opinion. Nobody else who gives a shit about anybody else.
I mean, but if you were to be a good parent, you know, I
I'm like, you're not going to be a good parent.
children below the age of 10 probably should not watch it.
I can see you coming over as a grandpa. She's got kids.
Because they hear that language already.
Why are they duct taped to the ceiling fan? They wanted to go to the fair and I'm broke. Jesus Christ.
The thing though,
We might have to go on now.
I'm still proof.
Come on,
Still proof
damn it.
of it. Her older sister, not oldest sister, Phoenix, she was watching, Friday the 13th at 5, so.
Right,
So it's all- His ball went off. Told you,
My balls went up.
told you there was no stamina.
No stamina. That was quick.
It was a little bit and bang.
Bang, baby. All right, we got the timer set right.
American time moment.
Right. Where's the there we go.
Oh, yes, and your mom said, not on her watch. Not taking your children to Deadpool.
It'd be like taking them to the South Park movie.
What happened?
Oh,
She got
absolutely.
off the top rope, elbow into the forehead.
Okay, well, honestly, South Park is kind of stupid. I mean, I watch it because it's kind of funny, but it's kind of it's really
The
stupid.
best episode was the Shake Weight episode. I'm sorry. Googling missed.
I like when Cartman was a cop.
Oh, you were setting my story time.
Get them in the head, they go down faster. You know, so-
No, I try every day. You
on that big wheel. All right, now that we've done Deadpool, are we done with Deadpool? Anything else we want to throw in about Deadpool? Are we hoping for a 3? Oh yeah.
I love the theater. 3.
Yeah.
3.
Okay. Sia is the word of the day, class. Sia
3.
3. All right, now. Sia, look. Now try it in English and not Indian.
You make fun.
That's
I
what
haven't had on my cup yet.
You would like to enjoy to see a third one.
I would love to see an X-Horseman. You know they're not
Not that X-Force.
Yeah, because they're all
You're gonna spit on you. That's funny.
Maybe bring
But the cool thing is, that's why, he stayed. That
Well,
way
he
they can make an
saved
X-Force.
Peter.
I know, maybe
She was just second.
Oh, Domino was great in comics.
every movie needs to
Domino,
be.
That's something that's great in the movie.
Oh, dude, the luck factor on it was amazing. She's like, okay, let's try it. But she left the steering wheel and the truck kept going where it's supposed to. It's like just luck. I love that power.
She balls up this right into the blow up bear.
The mirror just had a blind date.
Oh, God. We need a bus to get all these. Okay, kids, let's go. Let's go. I loved it.
Like it's not a superpower.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You're saying they'll be saying like long shot's tracking ability is not a power either. Because he's able to touch an object and tell that you touched it and know everything about you.
Those people have had sex on the table.
Oh my God!
Why did it take you?
Yeah, we weren't here. What were you doing?
My friend was
You
here.
set this shit up to cover up something. There's a stain in the middle.
Nice. Well, they were talking to stuff.
Yeah, right. It's glued there. It's now a permanent fixture. We use that chair a lot. I was pushing in his stool. All right, now we've done Deadpool. Everybody's happy. Whatever. They did leave it open for another one with Juggernaut getting out of the pool after the fight with Colossus.
Colossus going into team.
Joining what team?
He walked
He
off
walked
with
off with
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Like that cable on. Yeah. I ain't like
Dude,
that.
walk off with them.
With a swagger.
Yeah, he was in there.
I got my head.
Walking off. Go Colossus, Deadpool, Cable.
I don't know seeing that.
I really like Cable. I like.
Did you sleep with that one too?
How do you like the references in the movie? Did you get all the references? Like, One-Eyed Willie?
You haven't seen good. He's happy.
It's been a really, really long. I saw when I was little.
Well, he made a One-Eyed
Yeah,
Willie
he's the
reference.
older brother.
It's a booty
Yeah,
trap.
he told me that. He said, "Did you get the one I really saying?" And I was like,
It's a booty trap.
"No." And he's like, Goonies. I'm like, oh,
Well, you know, I mean, I like how he picked everybody's height.
Yeah, and he is a short.
Oh, dude, yeah, well,
I didn't realize he was that small.
yeah, but I think he played a really
he did. He did.
Of course,
He's a good
Cable.
Thanos, too.
Of course, Cable in the comic books is like 8 feet tall. But
Right.
again, that's not building it.
Yeah, it's like, all right, so we're done with Deadpool. If you got any ideas, hell, if you got any more Easter eggs, tell us. Email me at 1110706@att.net. Share your Easter eggs.
Yeah, they
whatever
totally,
you found.
kept up with that.
It's recorded. Bless you.
Thank you. Holy shit. I didn't know you talk that fast.
I can. All right, now we're going to talk about your inner nerd before we get into solo, and that's why we have her here. Because now us three, we have discussed this before. Me, Brad, Wookie, we've all discussed this. That it's whatever you're passionate about is your nerd. I don't care if you're into NASCAR, cross stitching, Star Wars, comic books, football, baseball, soccer, whatever you're into, whatever you're passionate about. And little Wookie is passionate about what?
Dance.
She's into dance, everyone, and she's very, very good. I watched her dance.
Well, thank you.
I want to see the recording of the father-daughter dance.
We're working on that. The last one we did.
Because you talking about Father of the Year here. This.
Oh, I totally have that on the thing. We missed the ending. So instead of doing the pose on the ending beat, he just, carried me off. 'Cause that was...
So now, how long have you done dance?
Since I was 4.
Good Lord. And you're what now?
18.
Jesus Christ.
It's been almost 2 decades.
Almost 2 days. Wow, she's
Lincoln,
She's doing some math, actually.
You're right. I'm like, wait, decade.
Almost 20 years.
Wow, thank you for breaking that down.
you remember that, Grandpa?
Thanks.
That was
Back in 42, when me and Queequeg discovered baseball.
Run out, jump on your brontosaurus, right on out of the creek.
Oh, come on now. You know you want to leave work and slide down a brontosaurus and stay on one.
Exactly. Yo, I still remember the name Dirt. So
Oh, I was just telling my mom yesterday because she was watching Jurassic World, and
neither one of us.
That's a Wookiee thing. You're great. She's southern.
Jurassic.
The one is Jurassic.
English is my first language. I swear. I can't speak.
Let's try not Choctaw. Let's speak English.
But he was watching that movie yesterday. and
Jurassic Park, everyone.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World, okay.
And I was just telling her that I wanted to pet one of those.
What, a velociraptor?
Oh, I would love to have one of those. They're puppies.
You know, they don't exist.
Well, they're puppies.
And they do exist. They just look like chickens.
Right, they're a little bit.
No, I know. I told her if they were real, I'd want to.
See, I thought it was a big one. See, I thought they were real. As far as, I didn't know they made it up. That it was a big, they did it for the movie. The velociraptors were huge, and they're actually those little bitty
No,
motherfuckers.
little ones are Compassaurus. The Velociraptor is actually man size.
No, they're big as a turkey. They
Math
Well, look it up.
I know. I have.
Look it up. They're not
I've
big.
read millions of dinosaur books, sir. That was like my thing when I was little. No.
Sir?
Sir, look at that.
Wow!
Yeah, you told that little
Damn,
jumping
you
on the
give me a big eye. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Couldn't feel that, huh? Couldn't you? All right. Oh, use the whole fist knock. Sorry, I got Tourette's. Anyway, so now the last copy.
were actually.
Can I get a copy for 2 to the buffet?
The copies.
Yeah.
Copies are small.
Yeah, I know.
No, that was funny. I got that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got that.
So now-
Velociraptors were actually native to the Utah area of the North.
This is why we had him.
And they were found with feathers still attached.
Right, but most of
That's
them
why
were
they were called Velociraptors.
for velocity.
Yes, that's
Well, they were quick, but they had the raptor part because they
Bird.
mimicked birds.
Right,
Birds of prey.
right, correct. The most dinosaurs were covered with feathers. I found out. They're more bird-like. Matter of fact, if you watch the video, I love the video where it's like they don't sound like rah, they're more like quack, quack. That was the big T-Rex above them. Quack, quack. Oh my God! It's a bad chicken duck. Holy shit!
Yeah, look, you didn't see the big bird cage while it's eating people, right? Taking them out of the water and
Stay away from them. Long as you have it this way.
No,
Oh, it's okay.
but I remember from the original Jurassic Park movie, I think it was the second one where the kid went missing. Yeah, that big pterodactyl started walking across the bridge. Yeah, that was like my favorite scene in that
Well,
entire
see, that was actually my favorite part of the movie was when they went into the cage because I'm seeing this white, just guano, but I didn't know what it was. I'm being ignorant in the movie. I'm like, wow, cool. They're all like a little geek. They were painting. It looked like they were in the middle of painting to me, and they didn't finish it. And then they showed a pull away. See, I'm into the background. I love movies, and I want the set to be right. So if you're going to cage a pterodactyl or paradactyl or whatever, that bird cage has got to be fucking huge. And it's on the side of a mountain with a river going through it. When they pull back, I'm like, oh, that's what that is. We need to get out of here. That's awesome. Yeah, hi, Kevin. Hi, everybody. Hey, look, when you're watching this show, guys, tune in, share it to your Facebook page. Share it to those things. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe if you can. And we're trying to get it on YouTube. I'm working on it. I got a techie guy living with me now. We're going to try to get this thing on YouTube. Something's wrong with my computer. But like I said, share this thing. Get people to join Nerds of the Roundtable on Facebook. Yeah. Gracie, your friends need to join.
Most of my friends are kind of lame.
It doesn't matter. All of them, as long as they look at it once.
Like,
It's a view.
I'm really just cool with my parents being my only friends like that.
That's actually cool. That's actually cool. Just get her mind her batshit crazy.
Nerds love female opinion.
Yeah, by the way, don't make me get the hose. This is an actual thing.
So you have not seen one before in your life.
By the way, and the Wookiee is her dad. So a Wookiee's full arms on.
Sorry for the guy that breaks his heart.
So now, as far as dance, what kind of training did you have to go through? Since we got off topic a little bit, sorry, what kind of training did you have to go through?
In regards to
Dance.
well, I obviously Bob.
No, playing with Legos.
How about physical conditioning? What do you have to build up? Calf muscles,
Balance, stamina thing.
Well, the stamina is definitely a lot. My solos, for example, I have to build up stamina because if not, I would like collapse in the middle of my solo.
So, the thing, see, I don't understand. Do you work out with weights?
No.
Or is it just your own body weight you're working out with?
Well, a lot of the times, like, we'll do conditioning, but it's not the main focus. A lot of the times,
Is it a core conditioning?
yes. A lot of the time, it's core to work on control, but a lot of the times, it focuses on flexibility and because stretching is like one of the most like crucial parts.
Right.
Because if you don't stretch, you're just gonna tear something just like that.
So you're
I've
like
done it.
just like football. You got to stretch before a game. No. The stretching is important because even football players or basketball players or baseball players, if they run the bases or run a touchdown, catch something wrong, and they haven't warmed up and stretched,
Right.
they will tear something. So dance, you have to stretch.
But if they tear something,
I didn't know dance was this physical.
Oh, it is. I mean, like the old saying goes, if it were any easier, it would be called football.
Oh wow! Well, football players actually took ballet to learn balance. A lot of them did. Now, is balance a big thing in just dance? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never done this, so I don't know.
Balance is it's a skill that you learn. I definitely wasn't born being able to just
She wasn't named Grace.
Oh wow!
I'm actually one of the most ungraceful people. I mean, I have a metal plate and 6 screws in my arm because I broke it.
That was dance related as well. What types of dance?
Right. What do you do? What kind of dance do you do? Are you? I mean, like American Idol. If you were to participate, what kind of dance would you do?
That is a singing competition, so none.
No.
America's Got Talent.
America's Got Talent. Sorry. Oh, sorry. My bad. Sorry. Hey, look, I'm participating.
Pick one to drink.
Easy. I am.
Shit. Put it down. Pick it up. Put it down. Pick it up.
It was foamy.
Holy shit.
I ran out of the sangria.
It's Splash Entertainment, though.
See? I like her.
Exactly. She's on your side. So
Thank you. So anyway, if you were to do a dance for,
Well, I would do contemporary because that's
what is contemporary?
okay. So I had 2 solos, which he said he posted on.
Yes, I watched those.
Okay, one is lyrical and one is contemporary.
Oh, so you lost me on both because they both look the same to me.
Okay, well, lyrical was the
Shut
one
up.
where I was wearing a white costume, and that lyrical goes more with the words. So lyric
You're
telling
interpreting.
You're telling a story.
with the words.
Okay.
Contemporary, as my dance teacher would say, sometimes it's weird just for the sake of being weird because you don't use the words to go with contemporary because if you did that, it would be lyrical. So the best way I could explain it to people is contemporary kind of goes more with the music.
That's how you feel. So is contemporary more like interpretive dance?
Yeah, more or less. I think all of it's kind of interpretive because.
Because I know interpretive, you just make it up as you go. It's on the fly, basically.
Oh, that's improv.
Oh, there's improv. So I didn't know. I know there's improv comedy. I didn't know there was improv.
Oh yeah,
dance.
there was actually a time last year when I stayed up till 2 a.m. before I had competition and had to improv part of my solo because I forgot. And
Yeah, but what place did you get? Because I don't even know.
Third.
No, I know, but you did well.
I came off stage crying. I went and sat in his lap in the audience because I was so upset because I was like,
I forgot it all. I didn't remember none of it.
And he's always going, damn, it looked good though. What the fuck?
Where did you mess up? You didn't mess up.
This is great. Holy shit.
I was like halfway through and I turned the wrong way. It's like, where am I going? Where am I going? I can do something. And then I ran across the stage.
And ran with it.
Well, yeah, I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I was like, okay, now I remember where I'm at. And then I came off stage and I was just like,
I forgot it all. I'm not going to do anything. And she started over all. Excuse me. Where exactly did you fuck up?
Right. Where did you screw up? Because apparently they didn't see it either.
Yeah.
And they're right.
Yep. And sometimes you get points for recovery if they know you forgot, but you keep going, or if you fall and make a good recovery from the fall or make it part of the dance, they'll give you points for recovery.
I just get into that. I just get into that. Now, as far as a dancer goes, what's the most important part of your body to work out, to keep in shape? Would that be your legs?
All of it, really.
Really?
I would say, yeah, because even
So I wouldn't see your arms being a whole lot.
oh, it is, especially when you do turns. Like if I were to do turns, if your arms are like, let's say my dance teacher calls them dinosaur arms.
Oh, T-Rex arms.
Yeah, if they're like this, you're gonna fall. But if they're placed here in front of
I'm
you,
going to apply for this job. Can you reach my wallet, please?
You're picking water.
Yeah.
yeah, your shoulders and arms actually have a pretty big part in it because if your shoulders are forward, you're gonna fall back, and if they're too far back, then you're gonna fall forward. So they kind of have to be
Jesus.
down and back.
So posture is definitely integral
Oh,
to the
yeah.
entire dance.
Yes.
This is crazy. I didn't know anything about this.
Yeah, it's
That's a
it's
lot.
almost, it's just almost every she was going.
It's like martial arts.
There was a point she was going almost every day. And there are some times that she was down there 8 hours. She was down there the whole day.
Yeah, I've actually been there for 48 hours straight.
But just doing what?
We'll dance, and then I slept there, woke up really early, and danced again.
Just like martial arts, though,
I never
She
did
had-
48 hours work.
she has muscle memory. She has to train.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Oh yeah, you can even ask him every time I get up from the couch or anything, like my foot's just pointed all the time. If I jump, my foot's pointed. Do it all the time.
It's just, now it's just muscle memory or reaction. God, my
You
God.
said your teacher said all of this. And let's do it over and who is your teacher and where did
Right. Give a shout out.
Her name is Jill Morris, and she teaches at Stars in Motion. So take your kids there because I absolutely love that studio.
There's one in South Haven, almost all the way to Olive Branch, and one in Hernando.
Yes, there's one in Hernando around
Square.
around the square, and then the Kroger that's on whatever those streets are. There's a Sonic.
Goodman and Gidwell.
Yeah. It's like
You
a
only
top of
through
the
you
Kroger.
only through the new all the time. I know we get there just because we know where it's at.
Right, it's near that telephone pole.
No,
that's
See, in that sense, I'm like my mom. I like to look at things like, oh, it's around. Okay, there's Kroger and
It's
there's
next to
Sonic,
this.
and then
Next to the dog.
there's-
No,
kennel.
don't do that. That's how I drive.
yeah,
I don't know roads at all. I don't know at all.
It's like I went and picked up my
Don't
best friend
know.
from work.
You can't drive your truck.
Oh, no, my truck knows where to go. Exactly. Oh, by the way, you know that growling noise in my truck? Yeah, that was fast.
Nah, I understood.
Oh, we took them off yesterday. That was, my brakes were, the Vulcan needed brakes. Matter of fact, the Vulcan needs a tire now.
Nice.
Oh, God.
What's the job?
No, well, it doesn't look like much, but she's got it where it counts. All right, so, with 14 years of training, I guess it would be, you're pretty strong right now.
Yeah, I'm actually at the studio. I'm not gonna say I would be strong, but Miss Jill would even have me.
So
I
dancers
would
in
be the
general are
one
very
that
strong.
some. And,
No, the ones that apply themselves.
yeah, well, it's
See, I didn't think it was like
See,
gymnastics at all.
it depends on their body type. Like for me, for example, if I work out, my muscle expands. So, and a lot of other dancers, they lean out. So,
Okay, yeah. Just
so
like
I
a
have
bodybuilder.
bulkier muscle.
Does an expanded profile.
Right.
Oh,
And
you're
so,
right.
and a lot of the times, I would be the one lifting people because I was strong enough to put people over my head.
Hence
So,
the name Little Wookie.
but yeah,
This is my Little Wookie.
yeah, but I would always, be lifting people, and he's the one that lifted me when he actually I was Sugar Plum. I'm actually the youngest one at the studio ever in history of my dance studio that did Sugar Plum because I was 15 at the time.
Wait, come out. What the is a sugar plum?
Okay. And Nutcracker.
Oh, Nutcracker. Okay,
And Nutcracker.
Nutcracker.
The Sugar Plum Fairy is the role.
Okay.
And I'm the youngest in our studio history that ever did that. I think. But because I was 15 at the time, and no one's been that young when they did it. Typically, seniors do it, but I was a sophomore at the time. And
No one has been that learned in the role.
Crafted, learned, experienced.
I mean,
Good.
well, of course they've been really good and experienced. But I was the youngest.
And if we can get this on Facebook or whatever, I'll probably put that on there too. This is also because every year Stars in Motion does Nutcracker somewhere, and throw out to us, this was Nutcracker goes to Comic Con.
Oh, I was listening.
They had Wonder Woman, they had Supergirl. They
Oh,
had
that's
all-
funny.
all of
Oh, yeah.
different costumes.
And it was actually really fun. You guys can be so proud of me. I was the one telling her who should do what because she had no idea what character should do what. So Walk with the Flower, she goes, I have no idea who would do that. And I'm like, Poison Ivy. She's like, well, why? I said, because she lives in the Botanical Gardens of God.
Nerds are everywhere.
I love your nerddom.
And she goes, Botanical Garden? Oh, that's genius. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. Why then? Oh.
She did this. Not my dad told me this. Right? I'm just from sitting around with my dad looking at comic books. No. I did this.
No, I
I the
did.
Batman video game.
Yes, yeah.
What now?
The Batman video game. That's like,
Oh, that's your jam, huh?
oh, yeah. Oh, and Assassin's Creed. That's
All right, so, well, let's break off into that then. What do you think of the Batman games? Because I watched the boys play them.
Well, I can't really speak from, I don't know if it's 100% accurate because I don't just sit and read comic books like he does, but I know that he's played the first one and it went
I can
pretty
help you with
accurate.
that. I mean, come on, talk to me. What's your question?
I mean, I don't really have any questions.
No.
for the rest of the game.
I'm not sure.
Certain games one of the comic books.
But I do know that it was accurate. Jason Todd, that was Robin,
Right.
ended up being Arkham Knight. No.
Red Hood.
Red Hood. No, they called him something else in the game.
You're thinking about Dick Grayson's Nightwing.
Yeah, Nightwing.
No,
That's
not
Jason.
Nightwing. No, Nightwing was in the game.
Tim Drake.
No, he.
Jason Todd is because he became a Red Hood.
He became Red Hood because he
Well,
was
yeah,
lost.
they
Red
called.
mask.
Well, he didn't wear a red hat. They called him the Arkham Knight in the
They
game.
might have done that.
They
They
called him.
might have done that
Yeah,
because
because the new one was called Arkham Knight and it was built around him.
they
And
might have
so
done that.
Bruce.
Well, no, because like in the Smallville, Smallville, they called him the Blur,
Yeah.
and because well, they're going with. I think if this is right, and I'm just guessing, they're calling him Arkham Knight because he's in Arkham fighting crime. I think if that and it's a visual through a human.
And then he changed
and
to
then-
the red.
Yeah, and then
After Bruce figured out who he was.
right.
Because the last time he had seen Jason, he got shot and died, and then he said, "No, you
Jason?
left me there."
Shot.
Yeah, I was
Jason
younger.
Todd, yeah. Jugger shoots Jason Todd.
Well,
I thought he was beating with a crowbar to death, and then blew up his eye.
and then he shoots him and dies. But he.
No, wait, he didn't shoot him. He beats him with a crowbar and blows him up with TNT. Didn't the fans vote to kill him?
Well,
No.
but in the game, he
No, I'm
shot
talking
him.
because it's called Death in the Family.
No, that was the girl.
No, that was a boy because he was the one that jumped in all the time first and drove him nuts.
Was that not Drake?
Might be Tim.
I think it was Drake that died.
Because which one was the one that the fans voted to kill?
Probably Tim Drake.
Okay.
Drake is
Yeah,
very-
because
What me, Bobby? I mean,
That's probably the exact thing he was.
hey, tickle my nuts with that chin. Ew.
That's not. I'm not staying for that.
Cause he never.
But we enjoy.
No.
yeah, but in the game, the Joker
So
recorded.
have you beat all of them?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, I
And
watched
at,
the
the,
board.
and at the end of Arkham Knight, there's Nightfall Protocol, and that's when Bruce blows up his mansion and fakes his own death so he can let Zeke. No, it's not Ezekiel. No, it's
Azrael.
Azrael. Yeah, so
Yeah, I
he
know
can so
this
he
one.
can take over for him for a while, so he
Yeah.
can lay low. So
Well, you know, actually, in the comic books, Batman or Bruce Wayne blows up, levels the mansion on top of the Batcave, and he has his butler,
Alfred.
Alfred. Sorry, I've been drinking. Alfred takes it. It shows Alfred walking down the driveway. He takes a cyanide pill and dies. So that way there's no one that knows where the cave is. And that's where you get the guy with the Batman tattoo on his face, the bat signal. He took people into the underground, which is the cave, and was training them because he knew the world was going to end. And they needed a leader and they needed some sort of justice. And he was going to form his own army.
Well, Bruce did that because he wanted to take a break because Alfred kept saying, you're getting too old for this. You need to have someone in place in case you die.
Right, I'm getting tired of patching you up.
So throughout the whole game, you see Azrael and him and Batman go through these tests.
You know, Azrael didn't continue being Batman because he was too brutal.
Well, he didn't continue, but they kept they kept having tests throughout the game, and you'd see a burning bat symbol on the roof of the building.
Oh, wow.
So you have to, dive to it, fly to it, whatever, and then you do this whole test with
Who's your favorite Batman villain?
the Riddler.
Really?
That's my Nigma. Yeah, that's my
That's
absolute
mine.
favorite.
I like Joker, but I love Nigma.
I love him. I absolutely love
That reason,
Like I wasn't just,
this tattoo's a riddle, and this tattoo's a riddle. No one knows what it is but me. Yeah, my crotch is a riddle.
Is that like a fortune cookie?
Only one person solved that.
I'm a lot of hell because that ain't me. It's gonna stay.
No, I love the riddle. I love the riddle.
And
Did
it's
you
really funny. They called him Edward Nigma because an enigma is
Right.
actually a word for riddle.
right? How did you like? Okay, well, since we're on this topic, what the fuck was rolling? How did you like Jim Carrey playing Edward Nigma?
I thought he was really, really funny, but I think Jim Parsons would be an excellent Riddler.
Right. Yes. But now, did you notice that? Have you ever watched any of the old Adam West Batman?
I've
With
seen a
Gorsh.
little
Black and
bit.
white. Yeah,
I've
with
seen a little
Gorsh.
bit, but I'm not going to say that I've seen I know who Adam West is.
All
but
right, the guy who played Riddler is Gorshin.
Frank Gorshin.
Frank Gorshin. If you watch, excuse me, I'm spitting grapes and shit everywhere. If you watch Frank Gorshin, who played the Riddler in the old 60s version of Batman, you can see where Jim Carrey copied it. There's a lot of the mannerisms,
Yeah.
slapstick, that part where he punches. When Two-Face said, he said, Two-Face, how do you punch it? See,
I like to say that.
Riddler never knew how.
Not a fighter.
He's not a fighter, he's a thinker.
No, and I love, I think it would be really cool because in the games, he kept getting thoroughly frustrated because he didn't know how to, trick Bruce.
Right.
And so, and in the games, you have to solve every riddle before you can get to Nightfall Protocol. And so when he does, he's supposed to have this big fight, but he's in this big machine and then he runs away because he's too frustrated.
Right.
And that's just it. I've played the games. I don't finish the riddles.
He's
This
too confident.
coach, She plays all of it. She
How do you
knows
like
all.
Gotham, the series, Gotham, the series? Do you watch it?
Well, I've seen a little.
Really?
I've seen a little bit of it.
Because Riddler's in that. It's great.
Yeah,
The guy
I
who plays Riddler's amazing.
I like who plays.
Oh my
Edward.
God. I don't know who the guy's name, but he's incredible. I don't like the fact that they made Penguin gay. I don't know if you know that or not, but they
Well,
made
I think
Penguin
his
gay.
They made him die first.
He identifies as an Apache helicopter.
Well,
Yeah, no, the
I'm a
He's a
migrant.
bird.
well, I like his mannerisms because he's very
Ah.
awkward. He's like, but I like his mannerisms for it. But I think the one that played him in the movies where Catwoman was in it, I don't know who played her in the.
Oh, Michelle
Danny
Pfeiffer.
DeVito?
Yes, but
Danny DeVito.
No, he was fake.
Penguin. Oh,
Yeah.
Riddler. Jim Carrey.
I think it was that one. But the guy who played Cobblepot in that one, like,
That's gay.
That's
I thought
Danny DeVito.
that was that was.
You liked it, huh?
Yeah.
See, I actually, I like Burgess Meredith as in the. You really, I mean, if you love Batman, you've got to watch the Adam West series all the way through. There's actually there's a reference. What's the reference? It's when Penguin he's Sailor Bob or whoever the hell, and Adam West, the Adam West Batman, does fingerprints on him. He can't because they're burnt off. They're burnt off, but it has something to do with the movie. I forget what it was, but it makes a reference to the movie. They're linking it to. Shut up, Bobby.
Oh, and I also like Deadshot.
Did you watch Justice League Unlimited when Batman interrogated? Okay, Deadshot is hired to kill Aquaman, and he shoots at him and misses because Superman stops him. Superman is going to interrogate. Deadshot's like, I'm not telling you, Wolf the hero, you can't do nothing to me. to make me talk. I'm not telling you, Larry. And Batman said, "You're a Batman fan." He goes, "Let me talk to him. I got it." He takes him, like say from here to say the street, and all of a sudden you see him up off the street. Batman picks him up. That means the show's over, but we're going to go a little longer. But it picks him up, and you see him go, "I'll talk. I swear to God, I'll talk. I'll talk." And Wonder Woman goes, "I wonder what he said to him." And Superman, because you can hear it, he goes, "You don't want to know what he just told him." Because he plays those mind games. That's why Riddler doesn't like him.
Mm-hmm.
He's that intimidating. He's that smart.
Yeah, and I was gonna give a shout out to my mom because she absolutely adores Batman. Like that's Batman's her thing.
I'm not a big Batman fan.
See, I like it mainly because of the games. I thought the games were so great, and I thought the Scarecrow villain in that game, like
I can see Scarecrow fucking with people because of the hoods.
oh yeah, and I think it was so cool. And eventually, Batman caught him, and I just thought that every time,
She's coming back.
like every
I
time
like her.
that the Scarecrow, there would be a part in the game, it would be so crazy. He would just be walking, and then you'd see where his parents got shot. And they'd just be laying in the middle of the ground. He'd be like, "What?" And then you have to go through this whole thing. And if the Scarecrow saw you, then you would, die or you'd fail. And then it was always so cool. But the hardest battle in that entire game series is when him and Deadshot go at it.
See, I watched the boys play it, one of the Arkham games, and one of the hardest things was something with Mr. Freeze. And you had to jump from ice patch to ice patch, and it was just horrible. It was really difficult. You had to get to Mr. Freeze through these ice patches that were floating in this water. And if you fell in the water, you died.
Like Mario.
Kind of, yeah, like Mario.
That wasn't for Mr. Freeze, that was Penguin.
Was that Penguin?
Because Penguin had somebody.
Okay, so it was that.
Yeah.
I know it was a difficult ass board. The boys were, I'm talking about boys were ready to throw shit through a
Oh
wall.
yeah, that's because you have to grapple to the things and pull them to the shark would eat you.
Yeah,
You were in the water.
that's right. Okay, now that we've talked to Gracie, who I love, by the way, and is welcome back. You're welcome back anytime.
So I'm
By the
with
way-
him every Wednesday.
Well, I'm the boss. This is my show.
Well,
I'm the boss. And I nice show, yes.
Bobby the Wolf Mullen.
Bobby the Wolf Monk. This douchebag. I love this. Dude, you've got to see Poodle Pack now.
Daddy,
You
please
got-
do me the favor. Do not show up twinning with them. Because then there would be 3. Don't do it.
You've got to.
No,
We're gonna get you a wig.
No.
We're gonna get you a wig. That's awesome.
Get him the wig, get him the
And we're gonna get you a goatee. If you're gonna show up, you're gonna be me.
No.
You're gonna be a wolf. You're already a Wookiee. You can be a wolf. It's okay. It's not a big stretch.
Well, wolves are my favorite
Oh, I love you. Why can't you be older? I need a wife. And I told you, you love me. I'm a good son. Yeah, I'm a good son. I help around the house, as you can tell around mine.
I understand.
Anyway, now let's go into Solo. Let's go into Solo.
I've had several negative remarks about that.
I have too.
Just like we were going
We were
to go
gonna
see
see it.
Solo last night, and then we
We're on the way
decided.
to discuss.
And a friend of mine from he's
Wait,
like,
yeah,
I'm like, yeah, I love this motherfucker here.
We decided to go see Upgrade instead because neither one of us had seen it.
Agreed. Badass.
Oh my
Bobby the
god!
Wolf Mullen and the Stormtrooper.
And he's a red shirt.
Can you shoot? Andy dies first.
You get the stormtroopers working.
No, it should. I fixed it where it fit my skull.
Fuck that. The fuck's good in this motherfucker?
I had to trim it
Yeah,
down.
I
It fit
feel a little
my
sticky. I'm sorry.
Spiking this.
Well, put it over there.
Goddamn torture device.
It is. Oh, by the way, it does look happy when you turn it upside down.
Oh, wait,
That's not about Bobby could afford.
Hey, it's good condition.
This is it now.
So anyway, Solo, guys. Let's talk Solo. Let's talk Solo, my boy. The guy I identify with and always have identified with since 77, Han Solo.
You're gonna die. So you know.
Why am I not?
Because her mom's watching.
I don't care. I'm not married to her. I don't give a shit.
I'm talking about why is she older? You're gonna die.
I don't care. I'm not married to
telling you
her.
there,
Speaking of Han Solo,
That's a compliment.
I gotta give a shout out to my sister out there. Sabrina. She loves Han Solo. I had to give her a shout out. She's a huge
Well, how many
Solo
sisters
fan.
do you have?
3.
I give them all.
Oh, and Phoenix loves Star Wars. Isn't she more of an X-Men fan?
Don't make me lie to you.
Phoenix.
I think so, because
Well,
it's named after Venus.
Trisha.
Actually, I've never seen Storm.
So yeah, she's an excellent man.
And then Trisha, she kind of just likes everything. I don't think she's as much of a nerd as me, Sabrina, and Phoenix. But
Well, a nerd, but she has something she likes, so that makes her a nerd. Oh, right, close it. Oh. Okay, so now back to Solo.
oh yeah,
The kid that played Lando loved
Oh,
it. He really sold
Danny
it.
Glover's son. You like Lando? You like
Oh,
Lando?
he is wonderful.
I think he was amazing. The cockiness during what was the game called? Sabak. The cockiness when Solo asked him, "I gotta ask you a question, Lando." Yeah, Han or Han, and he's the only one that calls him Han.
Because, well, when Han comes to the table, he said, "So is this the back?"
Well, no, I understand
He
that,
pronounced
but
that.
you know why they call him Han instead of Han? It's because the original Cloud City scene, he didn't say Han, he said Han.
Right.
And he called him Chewbacca instead of Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
So
You still hanging out with this scoundrel Chewbacca?
Chewbacca. I don't Chewbacca.
Don't let the smooth fool you.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Well, anyway, that's right. So now the smoothness of this character during the Sabak game,
And the
all
kid
the rumors, everyone is true. Well, now the cape room, if you're going to mention
the
that,
cake fetish.
the cape fetish, well, Han's trying to kiss that chick,
Kira.
Kira, in the Vulcan. That's a reference to Han trying to kiss Leia in the Vulcan. And when he gets disturbed or it gets interrupted, it's the same reference to C-3PO interrupt. Kind of crazy.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah,
Go away.
Yeah, go away. And he turns around and Leia's gone. Mother. The race, there's speeders in this. We get to see Lower Coruscant, right?
No.
Corellia. We're going to see Lower Corellia.
And the actual ship building.
Do you know what the race signifies? No. American Graffiti. Han Solo was in the 55 Chevrolet.
Yeah.
And he was racing that 34 Ford.
Ron Howard directed it.
And Ron Howard directed.
Sure did.
Also, Ron Howard actually in '77 auditioned to be Luke Skywalker, which was kind of neat. Now he's directing the movies. I think Ron Howard should direct all of them.
And you could definitely tell he was a true fan. He didn't screw it up like those other two guys.
Well, you know what? I like J.J. Abrams. You know, you can say the other two
He
guys.
needs to stick to Star Trek.
Oh, I understand that.
Let's
But,
get that out there.
well, let's put it out there. But that Star Wars movie that J.J. did, Force Awakens, was a good movie. I liked it.
Yeah, I did like that one. I thought that the Last Jedi, that was the one that came out after that.
That sucked.
I don't like how they did Luke Skywalker. I don't like
No,
that.
I don't like that either.
Well,
Well,
I mean, she had to die because
she didn't die.
She did the Mary Poppins routine.
Yeah, she did
I
that.
know, but like, I mean,
Well,
she had to go away.
well, the thing is, you're right. And what they should have done in that, instead of her doing the Mary Poppins thing, she should have, Leia, they should have CGI'd her and made her that purple-haired chick that turned the ship around and rammed it into the Empire.
Yeah,
She could get away. That way she sacrificed herself because these three Star Wars movies, not Solo, not that, and not Ben, but the last three, or
7,
whatever,
8, 9.
7, 8, 9 are supposed to kill off Han, Luke, and Leia, the original three. That's what they're designed for. That's why Han died first.
And that's
Leia dies, Luke
died.
dies, Leia's was dying the next. All they had to do was CGI. She could have rammed in, been the ultimate sacrifice, been a hero, been a martyr.
Yeah, I think that would have, and I don't know if I made this comment when I watched it with you, but I think that would have been a much better way for her to die.
Right.
Because
Well, they had to show that
she actually died.
she's always been force sensitive. She always had those powers. So I guess they took the opportunity to show that she was.
But when
But
when
she
she
went
went,
that sacrifice. So,
Well,
I mean,
she did, but
coming
Sean-
from Alderaan, the
Yes.
planet of me, which
which was destroyed, and all her
I
family's going,
think
yes,
Luke should have been the last one to die.
yes.
Honestly, not the second one.
This is how I see it. I see Leia making the ultimate sacrifice, Luke losing his sister. Okay, now you have a guy, a girl, both of them force sensitive. But when Leia dies, there's actually rumor, there's actually speculation that Han is force sensitive. So when Leia dies, you almost want to see Han do the same thing Luke did on this table when he felt the planet die. You want to see him go, just have that remorse moment of, oh shit,
Yeah, because
my
Leia
girl
did that
just
one.
died.
Because Leia had that when
Right.
her died.
And Leia also had it when Luke was
Luke
at Cloud
was
City. Yeah, Cloud City, when he fell through. She was like, you know, she
We
knew.
gotta go get Luke.
Yeah, he's
Just
right.
gotta go back.
Go back. Like, how cool would it be if Han was like, oh shit.
That
And you
was
see
really
Chewie
cool.
console him, and he's like, oh god, she just died.
But I think the way Han died was actually, I think that was like.
That was good.
That was a good way.
That was a good way. I think so.
By the hand of his own son.
Combining these two, Solo and this, of course, you know, Chewbacca's 190 years old. How old is he in Force? I mean, The Last Jedi?
Jesus.
He's 200
210.
How long
That was
does a
more than
Jedi?
20 years.
You're the Star Wars nerd.
It was
How long
20
do
years.
Wookiees last? What's the average age of a Wookiee?
Almost 240, 240 something years old.
Because Yoda's what, 300 something?
Oh, no, Yoda's 900.
He was 9.
900. So,
crazy Jedi
way to go, Frank Oz.
Hey,
Yoda was
fan.
Phoenix's favorite? Was that Phoenix's favorite?
You're gonna make me lie to you right now.
I swear I think it was Yoda because he was green.
Yeah, probably.
And her favorite color is green.
It could be, it's either Yoda or Greedo. And Greedo died.
I'm pretty sure it's not real.
Well, I know it's not green.
Nobody.
Cause Han shot first,
He
baby.
was shot first in this too.
Yeah.
Han shot
Oh my God, yes. Well, I mean,
I saw somebody at a Comic Con video and they had the tattoo on their side that said Han shot first, and I was like,
how do you, see, I'm a big proponent of Han Solo. It's always been my favorite character. I love being the scoundrel. I'm the guy that no one really trusts, but I'm a good guy, and everybody thinks I'm an idiot or evil. No.
well, I liked Darth Vader.
See, no. Everybody identifies with somebody else. I mean, when we were kids, we didn't have the sling out lightsabers. We used broomstick handles, which come yellow, blue, red, and green. We cut them off and put a bicycle handle grip on and beat the living shit out of each other. You know, if you had a red lightsaber, oh, you're done. You're dark side. We got to kill you now.
See, I like Darth Maul too.
Oh, God, yes.
Because, I don't know, I like he's the one that had the double-bladed one,
You
right?
know he shows up in Solo, right?
No, I did not. I had to
At the very end.
Oh,
that's
he
so
shows
cool.
up.
See, I love Darth Maul because I always
And
thought
that's
he was
right
like the
before
real
his
creepy
death.
one.
Right.
That's why I'm saying this.
I love
Solo's
Darth
late.
Maul.
He has robot legs and not the crab legs. He actually has progressed to the point where he has robot legs.
Well, the way he was death, America rebuilt.
Right.
Yeah, I like Darth Maul and Darth Vader. I mean, it's not because, Darth. I mean,
Well, now let me ask you this, since she's versed, I like this.
it means, did you know Darth means dark in German? And Vader means father, so it's literally dark father. Got that picture perfect. Lubrication.
Well, his entire.
You know what Blucher means?
No.
Did you ever watch Young Frankenstein?
No.
Blucher, when they holler Fair Blucher, all the horses neigh. You know why? It's a Mel Brooks movie. Blucher means glue in German. Scaring the horses.
Oh, that's funny.
It's the running gym. See, I love her.
I've read the book.
Oh,
Frankenstein.
you're coming back.
I've read the book Frankenstein.
No, this is Young
Young
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
You gotta watch it.
Frankenstein.
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 You're Igor, no, I'm Igor.
Igor.
No, I don't know.
I am your eyes. Too late.
I've read the book.
Well, this isn't a book. This is a movie. It's black and white. Gene Wilder, Marty
Oh,
Feldman.
Gene Wilder. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a good movie.
He was the better Willy Wonka.
The only Willy Wonka.
Dude, you have trained her so well. Not hands. Oh my God.
I mean,
I'm
that
not
was
worthy.
a creepy one, but like,
You are the man,
oh,
dude.
and speaking of that, we my last Nutcracker that we just did.
Ouch.
I played.
Ow. Oh, God.
But I
I like
played.
that.
I played Willy Wonka, and I played.
That was nice one. This. Hold on.
My character was Willy Wonka, and I played the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka because he was more charismatic, more fun, and that's the one that I chose to. I look more like him.
Okay, well, then I have a question. Did you do the flip?
And,
No, the cane flip. The cane roll flip.
You know
Where
I
walk out.
didn't have a cane, but I did, take my hat off and.
The roll. I'm talking about when he comes out and he looks like he's old, and the cane sticks in the ground. He
No,
keeps
I
walking.
told her I really wanted to do that where he looks like a ball. I told her I said I want to do that so bad.
The sight gag in that was so awesome when the cane sticks. And he stops going with the cane. He doesn't have one, and then he lands and rolls and comes up.
Did you know
Yeah,
that
I
that
told
was
her I wanted to do that.
for Gene Wilder doing that part?
And Gene Wilder.
He read the script and he said, well, right here when Willy Wonka comes out, I don't want to just come out and greet the crowd. How about we do this?
Right.
And the producer read it.
Well, in Young Frankenstein, there was Gene Wilder puts terms on everything he does. Right. when Mel Brooks approached him for Young Frankenstein, he said, "No, I'm not going to be in a Mel Brooks movie starring Mel Brooks. If you want me to be the star, there's a no competition clause. I'm the star. You stay the fuck out of the movie." And Mel Brooks agreed to it. Matter of fact, the putting on the Ritz scene, Gene Wilder wrote that scene. He wrote that scene and pitched it to Mel Brooks, and Mel Brooks said, "No, I don't want it." So Gene Wilder gets mad. I mean, insanely mad. And Mel Brooks keeps saying no. Finally, Mel Brooks goes, "Okay, it's in. It's always been in." He said, "Wait a second. What do you mean it's always been in?" He goes, "I want to see if you're passionate about it. Because if you're not passionate about it, it's not good." He's like, "Right." I
Well,
love
I could say that about anything. Like, my biggest thing with, like, is since you're talking about Willy Wonka and whatever, like, my biggest thing with, like, dance, if I watch somebody else and it's just a plastic smile or they're not giving anything, I'm like, okay.
Get off the fucking
This is when you go take a bathroom break.
Right. Please go away. Chew your gum.
Like Larry, if you're not passionate about it.
Like John Costa, who hasn't seen Deadpool or Solo yet. Love the prick. Yeah, your nerd card. We're revoking it. But no,
And in that Nutcracker, I thought it was so cool. You know, you use classic Nutcracker music, but we actually use Pure Imagination.
how
In that,
I'm gonna need to be held. Hold yourself. Hold yourself. That's awesome.
You're actually sitting at the table.
Oh yeah.
You're playing with yourself too. So.
but yeah, we actually used the song Pure Imagination.
Like, right, see,
I,
that's the time
I was like, we're gonna use the song. She's like, yeah. And I was
On the back of Solo, since we segued a little,
We've never
I
been
love
known
her.
to do that.
She's coming back.
oh, it's he was talking about.
Do you know you're the first guest?
Yeah.
And she was confident that she told me,
You are the first guest.
she said, "I'm going to be y'all's first guest, just so you
You're
know."
like George Carlin on Saturday Night Live. You had the honor of being the first guest on Nerds Around Table.
Oh, George Carlin's that comedian, right?
Yes.
Oh my God, I thought Zach.
The Sledge-O-Matic.
No, it was the cheer.
Yeah. Oh, you know the cheer? Rat shit, fat shit, dirty old fuck, 69 asshole, 5 in a night. Go, loser shit, fuck.
Actually, he said what?
Oh, let's see, I love her. I love
I
her.
taught my brother that chant, and everyone was like, Zach, get the chant. And he started doing it. My mom was like,
Oh God, you know what that was? Don't you? That was a Larson moment. I hear about that for 2 weeks.
Oh, man.
God, thanks, going
But he was talking about how Gene Wilder was like, oh, let's do this. And the producer ran with it. That reminded me in Infinity War when Peter Parker went, to die, and he's like, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. He improv that entire scene, and the producer just sang with it.
Really?
They're like, okay. And he
You know that boy's a dancer too.
oh my God, yes, he is.
If you ever watch a Lip Sync Battle?
Oh my God,
Yeah.
So they
Yeah, oh God, yeah. This fool, I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
High heels. Yes, and
Oh.
dancing is nuts off.
Oh, yeah, and he did ballet.
Well, speaking
No,
of
you might as well say sexy. It's okay, you're 18. You can say
Well, I
sexy
mean,
now.
he's beautiful. Like, I just think that fits.
did you know that Josh Brolin was recently on a
It's okay, you can make your dad uncomfortable. That's
No.
what's funny.
yeah, that
Every time I watch
like
it,
American Got Talent or something, except the European version.
She likes them juggier boys.
That's what I'm talking about.
I understand.
Like them with big heads.
I'm gonna propose here.
Oh.
I'm gonna propose.
No, you're not. Yes, you're gonna propose that.
Well,
Yeah, you got
Well,
here.
Benedict Cumberbatch doesn't have drug use.
See? I love her.
I
I'm
love
gonna
Doctor
propose.
Strange.
I'm gonna get on my
He
knee.
was the perfect Doctor Strange.
You're
I
gonna be my
freaking love
father-in-law.
Benedict
It's gonna be a short.
Cumberbatch. He was on season. You need to watch that episode.
Very small and
He was hilarious.
Oh yeah, but you know what?
I love Benedict.
There is a thing someone had posted to Nerds Around Table because we have discussed this ways to defeat Thanos, and you brought up Doctor Strange. It shows Thanos literally, you will give me the stone of whatever, and he goes to whatever, and he goes to swing at Strange. Strange is in the lotus position, hovering. When he does it, he goes like this. A portal opens. He puts his fist over the gauntlet, and it seals and cuts off his arm, gauntlet and all, and he pulls back and Dr. Strange is going, now what? So anyway, back to Solo, now that we've segued again.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I love you. I think you're great. You're coming back. And I don't care what they say, because I paid for all this.
Oh, the table looks really nice. It's first time seeing it in person.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It took,
I like the use of like
The keyboard keys.
Yeah, I think that's really
And the
cool.
Well, you know, the
Sparkly
keys in the original table were not like this. The keys originally were, tape recorder keys.
Oh, that's cool.
They used tape recorder keys, and,
Quite fast.
these radio knobs, believe it or not, are what they call, they're actually called classic or antique radio knobs because radios don't have knobs anymore.
You just like her playing with your knob.
You know, well, that's, you know, you're gonna get me killed.
You know, speaking of
And there will be only one.
Right. Here comes the sword.
speaking of games into Assassin's Creed,
Oh, yeah.
the name Assassin works well. That's yours.
Oh, yeah, he looked at me like a psycho because I carried it by the blade yesterday. I was like, here, and I handed it to him. He was like,
Hello?
But
Oh.
she handed it right. She
The word,
Oh,
word.
I have an action figure.
An Arabic word.
Oh, the Assassin's Creed figures are awesome.
Oh, yeah, Ezio is my absolute favorite. Like, the second one, Brotherhood and Revelations were, like, my favorite. Oh, and the first one, because they all go together, but those were my favorite.
yeah, this, you know,
I thought yours was.
giving the right people the right gifts is a Christmas present.
Is, it makes
I
you a
opened
great
it, and
dad.
I opened it and saw it and cried. Like, I literally cried when I opened that. It was beautiful.
Another indication he raised her right.
Another indication that I love her.
I want,
So the headlines now.
You like
Love
older
her
men?
that way, please.
Do you like older men with their own house? You don't even have to buy
And
it.
lots of facial hair.
I mean,
I'm
like
just
my
saying.
dad, that's my friend.
Well, I'm just saying, I own my own house.
Well, anyway,
I
so,
mean,
No.
nice segue.
me and Dad were talking about on my board yesterday, and I was like, oh, you know, it'd be great. Oh, it's like,
Back to the headlines now. Man impales friend with daughter's sword.
You're right. Daughter played with her own sword, and dad impales friend with it.
oh, I thought it was so cool. Link was on Mortal Kombat. Katana is my favorite, and I told him that I want her fan blade and her size, and I told him I wanted the samurai sword.
Hold on, bro. Time out. You're wrong. You're right and you're wrong. Katana had dragon fans. They're called dragon fans.
Well, I know they're
Melina had the size.
well, yeah, but in the new game Mortal Kombat 10, she also had size. But I know Melina had size because I like Melina too. Her and Baraka were like really cool.
She's half, whatever the hell that is.
Dragon.
No, whatever Baraka is, they're not dragon. They're
Yeah.
some sort of weird demon.
Demon Wolverine crossover.
But I thought
You
it
need
was
to
so
pull
cool
up-
because he would like slide on like
Like a
Well, you need to
word.
pull up on YouTube, believe it or not, if you can find it, there's something called a dragon fan technique. And when you hear it, hearing it is the most amazing thing. It's a beautiful form, number one. Just like your dance forms, I would imagine. But it's a lot of, you hear a lot of banging. The dragon fan, assassins ninja-wise, and I know this, were more female than male back in old Japan. The fan was designed to hide things. The fans actually became much larger and bladed on the end. The ribs in the fan became bladed, so they could cut the neck. But to see them do the fan and bam, bam, and you hear these things hit because it's a really thick material, and they're fanning out these blades is just incredible to watch.
They would also drill holes in the end of them so that when they fanned it out, it would whistle.
Yes, yes. The dragon fan technique is beautiful. You should watch that. I think you would love it. I'm into martial arts, or was.
Oh, speaking of that, and that's one in the painted black photo that you posted. Me and one of my former dance teachers choreographed that, and I put a lot into it. And I told her, I said, "There's this fan jump that people do, and it's a martial art jump.
It's just like
And
a
I
new
said-
touch. When
Yeah, it's a martial arts jump." And I said, "It kind of looks like this. You swing your leg over. I want to know how to do that." She goes, "Oh, you mean like the fan jump?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then so that's where that came from. That's what martial arts do.
Nice, nice. I love her.
You make that abundantly clear.
So, Bobby, what do you think of it?
I think I should marry her.
It would be hard to get around.
I'm married to
I got
I don't think the father's going to give her away.
I got a
really don't.
$5,000 engagement set. You like a nice ring? I got a $5,000
Well,
engagement
I
set.
have this one that my mom bought me, and I have another one that my mom bought me, so I'm married to myself.
Nope.
You're welcome, Canada.
Did you see what he did? Anybody object to this? Nope.
You're welcome, Canada.
I love you.
Yeah,
That's my
but
homeland.
Oh, wow.
That's my homeland.
All right, so back to solo before I get shot or impaled.
The Wookiee shot first.
Yeah, the one. I love her. I'm sorry, I'm very thinking side. That's a joke, but her humor, I see where she gets. And
Oh yeah, the first time you guys went live, my mom was sitting there watching me, and I was sitting there going, you would like flip your hair like every 5 seconds, and I was going, maybe it's Maybelline. Like I thought it was so funny.
Stop that shit, no. The hell is wrong with you? Because you do this shit.
Oh my God, look.
I am funny, love me.
The whole time I was going, every time you do, I go.
you should do shots. Every time I do
I'd
it,
actually told
that's
my
it.
mom,
That's the shot game. See what you do every time you do it. Take a shot. Yeah.
Gracie has never experienced alcohol, okay, and she didn't
I heard.
very much.
I heard.
So I'm not
Strawberry Rita.
Stop.
You
Oh,
strawberry Rita?
he said, "Do you want to try my blackberry moonshine?" I was like, "Sure." So he puts it in this little like shot glass. I took a sip of it and said, "Here you go." And I said, "Nope, nope." Gave it right back.
Just had a comment, wondering if we accept comments, questions from the audience, whatever.
Yes.
Because we've been going back and forth. We actually been
Please.
talking to Gracie.
This is actually been a good show.
Please. Please.
Try to bring the audience to it. If you've got a question, I'll check my phone a little more often because I haven't been. I've just been listening to this.
I mean, I would
Go
answer
ahead,
questions.
Jim.
I actually came up because
I could find your phone.
well,
Ladies, you're both pretty.
Exactly. I know.
oh, but I know it's probably gonna be like a question. I actually didn't get my nickname Little Wookie just because he's Wookie. I actually used to have black hair, and I had it in a bun one day, and Bobby was helping him move. And so I took my hair down, and my hair was just kind of wild. He goes, "Oh my God, you look just like your dad." And so that's where the nickname Little Wookie came from.
I didn't know I gave him the nickname Wookie. I thought, I remember a conversation with Dad that he was known as Bear, Grizzly, or something. And that's an energy drink, I understand. He's somewhere between these leaders. But he said I thought I heard Bear or Grizzly or Wookie. So I stuck with Wookie. And we nicknamed my truck the Falcon. So it fit.
The aluminum ball.
Yeah, what
Not
the
the
hell's an
ball.
aluminum Falcon? What the hell's an aluminum Falcon? Nice Robot Chicken reference there. But he's always been my Wookiee since then. We bonded really well. I love my Wookiee. And you're my little Wookiee. Oh, by the way, in Solo, I don't know if you know this or not, the guy who played C-3PO, who was that guy? What was his name?
Anthony Daniels.
Anthony Daniels. Yes, he's in Solo. Yes. The one that did this with Wookiee.
Okay.
Anthony Daniels played that.
Right, that's the other one.
Yeah. Well, that was Anthony Daniels.
Cool.
I'm
Put him in.
gonna have to watch that movie because
Why did they make him an Wookiee?
Because there was no C-3PO in the movie, and they
So they crossed Wookiee with
you got Wicked. Well, you got Wicked in there. It might be.
Sorry.
But
Don't get me
Wookiee
started on that.
What?
Don't get me started. Okay, please. Thank you, Karen, because I've got all kinds of ammo on that shit. I've got a guy.
Do not speak your mind.
I'm gonna.
We're in the age of censorship.
Right. Everything's a trigger word. But anyway,
oh my
How
God,
great. How great is Wicked being in? Well, what's his name? What's the guy's name?
Warwick Davis.
Warwick Davis. How great is him being in Solo? I mean, he's been in so many Star Wars movies.
Almost all of
Hey, you
Wicked R2?
them.
see?
There's
See?
another guy that's already.
There was another guy that originally was R2, but he was R2 in
See?
1, 2, 3.
Did you son?
He was too little. He was a little kid when he was the one because they show him with.
I swear to God.
Because they show him.
I swear to God, there's a picture of the guy, Warwick Daniels, looking out of the can with no head.
That's a different guy. That's the old guy. He was in Time Bandits.
I know the old guy. Yeah.
But he had the gray cap on. He was inside it, but smaller. He had smaller little person.
I could have sworn Warwick Daniels was talking. I could have sworn I saw this interview. They said they played pranks on him and they left him locked in the R2 unit just to piss him off.
That was the original.
Oh, that was the original guy?
Oh, speaking of, like, you said a small child, did small children play
That's where
Jawas?
it came from. Walking like
Yeah, you see the.
I love Jawas. They
You see
were
how
so
they, how they
cute. I
make
was
some
like,
movements. That's how they tell it to the little kids. There's one doing this.
Smelly.
And one just running.
oh, what was that movie? Like, I saw Star Wars when I was not.
Which Star Wars? You talking about New Hope?
No. I saw an Ewok movie before I ever saw Star Wars movies, and that's what got me
Oh,
into it.
God.
you
saw
talking
that.
about Caravan of Courage.
Those horrible Christmas movies.
Oh,
It
God.
wasn't a Christmas movie. There were all,
Christmas movies. But,
no, it was
There were two
Remember when
Ewoks.
Ewoks?
Yeah.
The two children got stuck in a mountain.
Sandal and her.
Oh, God.
That is what I watched for. I was like, look,
With
Ewoks
the
is really
I
I was
mean,
like, Ewoks are so cute. He goes, you want to see Ewoks? Watch this. So I watched Star Wars. I was like,
you know Ewoks eat people, right?
they're cute.
You know they eat people.
Yeah, but they're cute.
Their plans were to eat Luke, Han Solo, and Chewbacca.
And the sacrifice.
Well, I think horses are cute.
Do
They're
you know,
cute, but-
do you know why speeder, biker scouts ride speeder bikes? Ewoks can't run that fast. You gotta get away from those little carnivorous bastards, because they're gonna eat you.
Well, I think Ewoks are cute, and I think Jawas are really cute. I don't know. Even though you can't little see their face, but they're just like,
Ding, 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 ding. When did we get to Disneyland? That's a staple.
I know.
If you don't know where that's from, you're off this
Oh, look at.
You're better than Roll.
I haven't seen that movie.
Wow. Oh, you've seen it.
Yes. yes
Oh,
yes.
good. You phrased yourself well. Dude, I'm so proud of you.
All of my nerd movies and nerd knowledge came from him.
Well, it's like
There's up to your mother.
there's a trivia game. There's a trivia game with the boys. We got it. I was married. It's a Marvel trivia game, and they decided it's got a DVD, and you put it in, you guess stuff, and there's shadows and all.
Has it seen it?
Yes, I think it's that. It's a Senate Marvel game, and they will not play it with me anymore because I destroyed them.
I have Star Wars shirts. Nobody would
Oh,
know that.
see, that's why they stopped playing Disney Scene It with me, because I won a lot, and then we played Twilight Scene It, and I beat them at that
Well,
too.
see, I dated a girl.
And then Friends Scene It, like the show Friends.
Yeah.
I annihilated him and my mom last time we played that because I had watched every episode.
Well, we pulled this scene out. I was dating a girl, and they were like, "We'll play when you game board games." Well, the boys ran in and got seen it, the Marvel edition, but she don't want to play Daddy. And she's like, "No, I know nerdom. I go to cons." They were like, "We can start you. All of us are going to start off halfway through the game. We'll give a halfway start. We'll put Daddy at the start, and we'll still lose." Oh, that's impossible. I beat the shit out of them. It's
Oh, yeah, I can't
because
play
it's
Star Wars.
80s and early 90s.
You're not proud at
I
all.
tried to play Star Wars Scene It with him. And
Oh, I don't like Star Wars.
And
trivia.
like every time we go, he's like, "Go," and I'm like, "You know what? I don't want to play."
You know why I don't like Star Wars trivia? You've seen the 77 version New Hope.
Mhm.
And I got to refer to my nerds on this. I hope y'all get this right, because it's going to be a niche against your nerd card, because I know I'm right. When Luke cut on the original saber, when Ben handed it to him, what color was the blade? Wookie? Come on.
How much she does it?
Do you know what color the blade was? When Ben handed Luke the saber, said, "This is your father's. It's an ancient weapon." And he goes, and he cut the blade on. What color was the blade?
I don't want to say kind of on you.
No, go ahead. No, you be wrong. You're not in jeopardy. These two are.
You mean it's not the yellow condom to come out of his arm as a
That was a
toy?
yellow tube, though. Condom.
It has a little reservoir at the top.
It had a little tip. So what
No,
color?
have them answer, and if
The
I'll be
blade was yellow. The blade was yellow.
okay.
Because of
that's
a
fine.
special effects issue.
On the great.
The blade was yellow, and I could prove it because Kenner copied everything from what they saw when they did the figures. Cantina creatures, they did all of them, and one of them was a little short guy. I don't Snaggletooth, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kenner did a tall version because they thought all the figures were the same size.
Because he was on a stool also when you
Sitting
saw
down, they didn't know he was a little guy. They thought he was a regular. Everybody was
him.
the same
They
height.
remade that picture.
And they remade him in a pink suit or a reddish suit. He's short, but I've got two of the blue suited ones. That are
I've got to mention this. Disney recently had a competition where they asked in the previous movie, what episodes did the Millennium Falcon show?
in the middle of the what?
What shows did the Millennium Falcon show? What movies did the Millennium Falcon show in?
Are you
Of
gonna
course,
comment?
4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
No, Empire, Return of the Jedi.
We had a couple guess why.
It did in Phantom Menace.
No, it wasn't in Phantom Menace. It was in Attack of the Clones.
What? Look appeared, I was checking out the list here.
And a minute, it wouldn't have been a minute.
The, no, it's not episode 1.
Hold on, let me think, let me get,
No,
been drinking. Give me a second. No, you're right. No, you're wrong. Because when that Tatooine, you're wrong. You're actually wrong because to put Shadows of the Empire canon to the Star Wars timeline, which Lucas approved that Shadows of the Empire is, you see the Outrider come in and you see the Falcon leave. Yes, Falcons and Shadow, and yes.
that is the New Hope,
No,
the new Bamboo.
no. Are you sure?
Yeah. Why would the Outrider be in Phantom Menace episode 1?
Okay, then I'm wrong. Damn it! That's a Nazi against my
He's
nerd card.
trying to out-nerd the Star
God
Wars
damn
nerd.
it! You're the Star Wars nerd. I didn't beat you. Son of a.
But in Clone Wars,
I'm the drinking nerd. I'm
you
drinking.
see the Millennium Falcon off the bottom right hand of the screen pulling into the Senate building
Yes.
with a new paint job from Solo.
Right, yes. I remember that. See, that's why I got confused because I remember, because I know the Outrider comes in and the Falcon's leaving and the guy, the pilot of the Outrider, is there to.
I'm sorry, not Phantom Menace episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. When they're going into the Senate building.
What did we discuss?
The yellow, she's asking for mom to watch, and she's going to guess white.
Well, yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I said, what
No,
color
white's
is
not
it?
wrong. White.
I said, what color
Where's
was
it?
it
No.
supposed to be?
Cool breeze.
Cool breeze.
Hey, Cool Breeze!
Supposed to be.
Blue, really blue.
That's what I thought. I was like, I mean, because I know it's, and see,
Because Anakin was blue.
yeah, exactly. That's like one of the biggest misconceptions. I actually got
You mean
into
the
an
one that
argument,
Mark Hamill
but I actually got into an argument with one of my guy friends at school. He's like, yeah, Luke's lightsaber was blue and Anakin's was red. And I'm like, no, Vader's was red, Anakin's was blue. That's how Luke got it. He's like, no, it's not. I was like, go watch the movie. And then he
Actually, Luke's Anakin's saber was blue and then went red, and Luke's was green.
Eventually, yes.
Well, because
green-
a part of the
But the blue ones was
The
Anakin
Jedi Order is
tried to
the
argue.
green lightsaber.
in order to become a
signifies-
Jedi, you have to build your own lightsaber. Right.
Mhm.
And the one that Luke built was green.
With the green lightsaber,
That's
it signifies a Jedi guard.
Right.
That's
I thought blue was green.
Blue's Guardian, green's Constellars.
Green.
Yeah, that's in the
Like Qui-Gon.
that's all in the
There you
video game. Knights of the Old Republic, yeah, because Sabrina taught me how to play that game. She's like, you have to build your own saber. I'm like, they have a pink one. You were like, I mean, if you go.
They had every fucking color in there.
So I went and found pink one.
Thank you. It was yellow was the Sentinel. Those one close to the dark side. They were dark side hunters.
Well, I went and found a red
Yellow
one.
was?
Yellow. Yeah,
Well, I went and found a
Well,
red
the
one
shadow.
because I'm.
they were dark side hunters. And they walked the fine line between.
So we need to discuss this.
Just like
If we had force powers, there's like a high likelihood we use them wrong.
But I'm going to guarantee you how high likelihood. I don't guarantee
He's right.
Because that trip to work, get the fuck out.
If the Lord I would use it inappropriate.
Use your teeth.
That's right.
he just wants to see you.
Okay, so
Look! I don't need to
Look
be
at
killed.
that impersonator, Robbie.
since
He's not allowed cheating.
okay, so I know that the main reason I was here was to talk about like what I'm a nerd about. So like, do you have any more questions in regards to what I'm a nerd about? Video games that I play, or
Well, now, is it Assassin's Creed and Batman the only thing you play?
no? I play. I also play Tomb Raider. I love the original, and my favorite part of the original was when she was in a cave and had both pistols. She had to shoot tigers.
So what did you think about the movie?
I haven't seen the movie.
The newest one.
Now you kind of
I haven't seen it yet, but I do know. When I saw it, I went, they're basing it off the new game, and Daddy was like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "She looks almost identical to it."
Well, Angelina Jolie pulled off a great Tomb Raider.
Yeah, they used too much CGI for food.
Are you partial to the Tomb Raider because of the strong female lead?
It's because I like the game.
Blowing shit.
I like the game.
Like shooting shit, blowing shit up.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, like her dad.
Because in the game, you have a bow and arrow, and I was like, I set the bow on fire, started shooting people with them, like right in the head, and I was like, haha, burn. And then you go into a cave with a whole bunch of wolves, and I just started shooting, and I was like,
Easy, you gotta shoot the wolves.
actually, every time a wolf tried to attack me, I was like, oh, I want to kill them. And Daddy was like, well, you're gonna die if you don't.
That's what you don't shoot.
Try attacking her there, buddy.
I'm not going to.
But no, I do play Tomb Raider.
I'm your Taco Berry.
But I play Assassin's Creed, Batman, playing a Tomb Raider religiously, and we on the third game because they left the second one on way too big of a cliffhanger. They
Do
need
you
to
play,
make-
like Paragon or anything like that?
But I do play Neverwinter, the Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, nice, yeah, you play that.
It's actually a very fun game.
I used to play, City Heroes, Star Wars Galaxies. I played EverQuest and, Warhammer. What was it?
I also like horror video games. That's like Silent Hill. I like that game a lot.
I hate horror.
Resident Evil's a good game too.
I watched those movies, they suck.
Resident Evil, I don't know, it's not a movie that I didn't like, I like Resident Evil.
I didn't like Resident Evil.
Well,
They're stupid to me.
First one,
Mia.
Like, didn't-
Is her name Mia?
yeah, like the new movie. The new one is dumb.
What's her last name?
The Rock.
Yeah, Mom likes the Resident Evil.
Fucking Resident Evil
I
movies
really like
suck.
the I really like the Underworld movies.
Underworld rocks.
So good.
Dude, my favorite scene in Underworld, I forget which one it is. It's when the wolf is challenging the vampire.
The Lycan?
Oh, yeah, the Lycan, yes. I know what the Lycan is.
So you said wolf. I thought you were
Raven. Raven was attacking. I'm starting to hate her.
Oh, there you go.
She's a lot like you. She's getting on my goddamn nerves. Anyway, when the dude pulls the whips out, dude, those whips were badass. When he's whipping those things around, popping that Lycan.
Yeah, because they're silver.
I know. But it was such a greatly, the scene was, I don't know.
And considering like what year did the first one come out?
I don't know.
1999 or something.
Yeah, it was in the 90s.
Yeah, but I thought that the graphics were really well considering.
Oh, yes.
Early 2000s, late 90s. I was
What
like, oh wow.
What do you think about the storage of the vampire lords? I don't know what, I guess I'll call them vampire lords, but what do you think about how they stored them? Just in case they needed them.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I didn't even think of something like
But oh my god, what's the name? What's her name?
that. Celine?
Celine.
Yeah.
I loved her, but I also really liked her boyfriend. He was a mixture of both.
He was an idiot. I like the way that they.
But I liked their daughter. Their daughter was really.
Oh,
really
she's badass. But to have a mixture of, it was stupid.
That actually comes from White Wolf. White Wolf has the vampire, the world of darkness.
They said both of them
For
bring.
vampire and werewolf, and that's where the
But-
conflict originally started.
Yeah, I like that, but to see this amalgamation of the two was like a horror baby.
Well, the only thing I didn't like about the mixture is I think he could have looked better. Only because
Right, that's what I'm talking
only
about.
because vampires look human until they're trying to kill people, and then Lycans look like big werewolves. So
All right, so
why
let me
not?
ask you
Why
this:
not make them look
since
more?
we're on this, both, each one of you, and I'll point. Four-legged werewolf or two-legged werewolf? Two. See?
See, but in Hemlock Grove, those are first, yes. Okay, but those werewolves, they actually turn into wolves.
Yeah, but Twilight had that, and they sucked.
Well, for Twilight, it was supposed to be like that. I mean,
That was horrible.
It was Twilight, and it's more of a romance movie, but
But I get that, but I don't think they were big war riders. I mean, it was from something from Lord of the Rings.
werewolves,
But a werewolf is a two-legged bipedal thing.
it is, and they're
comes
supposed to be
from
ugly.
where?
They're supposed to be ugly.
Where? No, not necessarily ugly. They're along the line. See, I'm into paranormal.
You're
Sorry,
not,
guys,
you're
but
not
they're.
supposed to pet them. You're not supposed to want, you're not
See,
supposed to
yeah,
want
I like
to pet them. You're not supposed to want to pet them. I
Yeah.
wanted to
Ooh,
pet
you're
them
so
like that.
cute. Good.
This is awesome.
They had the
I'm
Spider-Man
bothering
movies that
you, you know it.
whenever the.
When he said that shit, that was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Now, my son watched these goofy ass, fucktard ass movies. All of them. My oldest. And he's like, Dad, everybody who's watching it, they're gonna watch it. Well, this is gay. What's the second one? Well, that's really gay. What's the third one? That's super gay.
Well, it's those movies were more towards the audience of women because women.
No shit, really?
The stars in their
I
eyes.
think most women that watch those like,
Vampires were
But-
glittery.
but I was always skin because I like.
The boys get it.
Yeah, I was too.
See, but I'm more of a wolf person. So I'm like, yeah, werewolf, but I would rather be a vampire. I like myself. I would rather be a vampire, but
I wouldn't. I'd want to be on that.
No, it's not.
The Lord Matthews.
Going back around.
No, it's.
That looked more human.
Yeah, right, what?
Got a couple solo.
Okay, my bad.
Sorry.
So it's so bad. Box office, it hasn't done well.
Well, you know why?
No, he didn't,
No, not at all. I disagree. He played British solo very well. He wanted to be the bad boy, but couldn't because he's the good-looking. I mean, he played it well. Matter of fact, he said it himself. I'm a bad guy. You know,
I don't like you.
I'm not a good guy. That's a lie. He's a good guy through and through, and you can't change it. He wants to be a smuggler. He wants to be an assassin. And but he's a pretty boy. And Harrison Ford, I'm sorry, Harrison Ford's a pretty boy. Women
Oh, yeah,
love
back
Harrison.
in the day.
Shit, you ought to see him now. Homeboy's ripped up.
Well, I know
Dude's got arms. He's ripped up for an old man.
Oh, the guy that plays Cable, man, he's so ripped. I was like, he goes, oh my god.
But now, the problem is this is what I'm running into. People are expecting Harrison Ford on Solo. You're not getting Harrison Ford on Solo. You're getting a new guy. If you look at 77 Star Wars, they're all unknowns. Why in the flying ass fuck would you have a known actor playing Solo?
Sounds like Ryan Reynolds.
Or Stallone. Stallone, that's Harrison Ford. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh my God. Never tell me the odds. It's not a tumor. Yeah, but I mean, come on, you got an unknown guy. There were several guys that were known to want to be Solo. One of them was a guy who does Robert Williams. And everybody was hands down.
Where's the
This guy
top?
would be Solo. This guy would be.
What?
And after watching the movie, I know why. He played a very good Solo. And the supporting cast was amazing. I thought Woody Harrelson was going to be stupid. All I can see is cheers.
Did not know that his, I was saw him as Tallahassee.
Really?
Yes, I love that movie.
See,
Is it-
I love
where are the cups?
Yes.
That's what I thought it was going to be. I did not know that this kid was going to kill Arsene.
Right.
So what
Yeah,
y'all
because
think?
you're
Y'all
the
like
one who killed Arsene. You I pushed him off. I didn't ran.
Yeah, right. I love that line. When there's a ball there.
What did you think about?
What about Boba?
Okay. What did you think about Venom?
He's there opening the door, letting them in. He
Oh, that
lets
was the
Mad Boba. So what was the worm thing? The worm thing that Han threatened with a thermal detonator. There was a beginning scene where Han comes in with the girl and Boba opens the door.
At first,
To let her be at Boba's in.
In his Mandalorian armor.
In his Mandalorian armor.
It's so great.
So what you
Very
There's two different versions.
Yes.
That is Boba. That's real Boba.
Well, I know that that's both of
But it's Django's armor. That's
That
Django's
armor
armor.
was actually that storm.
Come back from.
But that's Django's armor.
The Venom symbiote.
That's Django's armor. It's Mandalorian armor.
There's also another one.
Originally, that's Mandalorian. According to the comic books, that's Mandalorian armor and it's designed to kill a Jedi.
According to the figure that was created as a prototype stormtrooper that
The white
I
one
myself.
from Ralph McQuarrie, but that they didn't use that.
Mandalorian armor.
Because they also had white
The Old Republic.
Mandalorian armor.
No helmets.
Yeah, but then you gotta go with Luke wearing a weed breather fighting Darth Vader, and he didn't wear a weed breather.
I'm saying originally stormtrooper.
But it's actually Mandalorian, and when you attack the body and the armor reacts and kills the Jedi. That's why there's a flamethrower and there's a tangle whip.
That's good. That's good. Cut off. And Cortez is sweet underneath. That's good. Lightsaber go through.
Well,
Cortez is sweet. Shuts them off like this.
Yeah, but there's actually a scene in the comic book where Boba gets trapped by two Jedi.
Venom.
And they attack him mentally. The suit stopped. The body stopped. The suit engages, the one arm flamethrower is the one Jedi, and then wraps up the other one.
His career
I said originally,
degraded.
that's Stormtrooper.
Yeah, but you're talking about Ralph McQuarrie, which never got to be used.
Because Venom.
Yeah, but you're talking about McQuarrie, and, I mean, we got Ralph McQuarrie artwork everywhere. They didn't use any of it. Even Star Wars, I mean, C-3PO wasn't the same, and R2 wasn't the same.
They're closer though. That was the original.
Original.
If you're done being Ant-Man and Goliath comparing sizes and
Wow. This is Black Goliath, so he was the
okay, if you're
Here's
done,
your 21 feet right here, buddy.
if you're done with that,
My phallic symbol's larger than yours.
anyway, if you guys are done talking about Solo, back to, you know, if you have any questions or if they have questions about, you know, anything.
Now I love her.
But if there's anything that, like, you guys want to know about, you know, anything that I do, because I'm pretty sure you had more advanced questions, but I kind of deferred the topic.
No, I didn't really, because I was more interested in the stamina, the workout routine, and the discipline. Is what I was looking at.
And the fact that you found something else to nerd out on.
Right, that was my interest, was the fact that this was a girl who, her nerd is dancing. To get a girl to admit, number one, that she has a passion about something.
So I will want that all day long. I think people that aren't passionate about anything, like those people, I do not want to be around.
That's actually a lie, because they're passionate about something. Everybody is. They just don't admit it.
Yeah, I just think it's so cool if you, like, because you guys are obviously passionate, like you more so Star Wars, and you know, you guys all have passion about something.
I'm well versed on a lot of things, but these guys don't. I know I'm like a rogue in a video game. I'm good at everything. I just not an expert at everything.
See, and like my mom, like, oh my god, I love my mom. But like she's, mom's passionate about learning. Like, yeah, like my mom is passionate about learning. Like she just wants to
Absorb stuff like a sponge.
Yeah, and then so I like her and Daddy or her and TJ.
See, I thought it was like she was passionate about bitching.
But
I had to stir that shit up.
But I love listening to her talk about something, or even she's talking to one of her professors.
Yell.
Like talk, like she just had
Jill
these,
yells.
like it's just so
Speaking in an
cool.
instructive
But
manner.
I love listening to her talk, like these intelligent sociological conversations, because I'm sitting there like,
Wow.
like I've written
All kidding aside, sorry.
I've written like wonderful essays for scholarships, and I like use a lot of sociological terms, and I'll read them to my mom and TJ, and then he's like, you need to stop listening to your mother talk, because literally you sound just like her right now. And I'm like,
Yeah, but TJ's brain dead.
well, he's actually really smart. He's up like a math. I think he's passionate about math because he taught himself calculus. Like,
Yeah, but he didn't know how to pull it up the head. Like, when you check, what's the head off a head bolt? He didn't know how to pull
How
it
many
out.
times do you say yes?
Well, I can tell you a lot.
but I mean, he's also really
I taught him
good with cars. Well, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there for that. I just know that, like,
I was down, since day.
cars are definitely not my specialty. Because
I know enough about cars to get in trouble. TJ knows way more about cars.
See, because I know that, like, one day I was like, yeah, my AC's not working, it's not working, and then
Look this way.
and now he was like, and then I called him and I was like, oh wait, I just realized that it wasn't working. He's like, well, I said,
I don't see what
it
you're
was
saying. For how long? Yeah, I know, 2 hours, dude. All right, well, look, guys.
Stamina, you found your stamina. Way to go there.
That's my ass.
No blue TikTok key.
Give it to you. Right, we gonna offer this?
Yeah.
As a gift?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Hey,
Also, the guy.
we're gonna keep that. That'll be a giveaway of the year. That'll be a giveaway.
Please, no.
Don't
There's somebody-
participate.
Please, someone take it away. All right, guys, we're gonna use this with my nerds. These are my nerds. This is the crew I picked. These are my guys. These are my aficionados. I really thank Little Wookie Crazy for being here today, being the first guest on Nerds of the Round Table.
And the best one.
Well, we're going to be a judge of that later on. We're going to have other guests.
Well, yeah, but I'm
Because you're first, right? And I want to marry you.
If you're not first, you're last.
And because, I mean,
Sexual, they
I-
reproduce-
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
That's
The wedding will be set up,
other
you're gonna be
version
sold it wrong.
of Spider-Man.
I know, right?
There's a
It's just that-
We're gonna get a big explosion
Anyway.
in the distance. Well, Bobby made it to the church on time.
So, look, if you got any questions, guys, and like I said, we're getting an Ozman page set up. You can check out William Barnes on Facebook, Bobby Mullins on Facebook. We're gonna get an Ozman page set up. Tune in to Nerds of the Round Table on Facebook. Post this video, share this video, like this video. If you have any questions for now, post them at onewhitewolf0706@att.net. And as always, guys, whatever you're passionate about, that's your nerd. That is your nerd. That's our feeling. It's whatever you're passionate about. Now,
Embrace your inner
embrace your inner nerd. And mine's drinking. And as soon as y'all leave, I'm gonna do a lot of it because I'm tired of both of you. Not Gracie, but you.
Next time,
I don't like
if they send us some questions, we kind of need to answer them. We don't answer them all the time. We get into our own shit going here. So we don't.
Right. Well, we don't check stuff. I mean, I'm sorry, but we're not gonna check we're not gonna keep Will face down in this goddamn cell phone. I mean, he's gotta. So enjoy, watch.
Well, the goo has to come back in.
Yeah, right. What was it? Maximum effort.
Maximum effort.
Maximum effort.
okay, next time we get them to wear the Deadpool shirt, I got him rewriting uniform, we can change tongues.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I think it's a great idea.
Oh, possibility. Our DeSoto County Bad Name, DeSoto County Spider-Man, contacted me.
Oh, by the way, yeah.
I'm gonna try to get back in touch with Spider-Man too. When they want to set up something here.
All right, I have a question. Does either one of you have Spider-Man stuff we put back?
I have a Spider-Man shirt on, but
You have Spider-Man stuff we
I
put
got
back?
some underwear from way back when.
But why did I have?
underwear, it's fun to wear.
God, we're not hanging underwears in the background. Oh, by the way, hey, just other guys, Spider-Man, here's our used underwears. No.
Okay.
All right, cool. So for the Wookiee, the Ozman, little Wookiee, also known as our first guest and answer. I'm Bobby the Wolf Mullins. Thank you for tuning in and keep those likes, shares going. And as always, tune to us for all your nerddom needs and questions.
So it's age of the geek, baby.
Geek is the new chic, nerd is the new word. Later, peace out, guys.
Carnage aren't doing the right
I don't
goddamn
think
thing, so he's pulled his.
No, I'm not rocking.
He's like peeped out,
There's
well, you should
Shriek,
just
there's
have like rock.
Look, I'm tired of you.
That's
pretty funny.
There's one called Shriek. She literally hovers. It's a female, and she hollers. She's got this power of just sound waves, and which is odd for a symbiote. And she hollers and screams, and the other symbiotes don't like her because of her ability to shout these weird waves of sound out.
Like that one chick off of
Like
the Arrow
Mockingbird.
Flash.
Yes,
What's
like
her name?
a black canary.
Yeah, Black Canary. That's
Yes, just like her.
Are the other symbiotes gonna be in the next movie?
Yes, that's why you saw the girl or the one you saw the symbiote with the one that weird Indian doctor. They
Oh,
tried
yeah.
to bond it and it left. You didn't know what it was, but then you see at this end, you see Cassidy going, "Welcome, Brock." He literally was like, "I knew you were coming." The symbiotes know when the other one's near them.
So you're telling me that the chick that he locked in that room after she snitched.
That was probably Carnage. That was probably Carnage. I'm just going to let you know. I'm going to go with, yes, that was Carnage. Because they had several of them, and that's the one that isn't identified. Although, remember the Asian lady that went with the little girl?
Uh-huh.
See, my buddy says that the Indian doctor symbiote is Carnage. I feel that the Asian lady that became the little girl that was throwing spikes off,
Yeah.
and see how the symbiote just detached itself, that's Carnage.
Well, it's the same person. Isn't
I think that's Carnage.
it? That's the same person, isn't it? The little
Kinda.
girl is Carnage.
That was the one that no. That was the one that got the Indian guy who owned the company
Yeah.
and became Riot.
Yeah, but the old lady 6 months later turned into that little girl and found this guy that, you know.
No, the old lady found the little girl and then showed up in the a science thing where the Indian dude owned it and became the Indian dude, which was Riot. Riot,
Okay.
which is the leader of the symbiotes. That's the one that Venom took the spear, that thing that went through his
Right.
chest,
So that guy's
and
Riot.
carved it into the rocket and blew the rocket all to pieces.
So they killed Riot technically.
Riot is dead.
Okay.
So now
so
you have to
you're
deal
telling
with
me that Carnage is in the Indian chick that's dead on the floor at first.
probably more than
Because
likely.
that was the only red one that there was. The
Yes.
Red symbiote.
And that one, the street chick that was in the ice, I think that's Shriek. Shriek is the one that does the vocal, I just,
Yeah, that was chopped in the ice and he was.
yeah, and
Well,
he
that's
jumped,
right.
he was like, oh, Fritz, I'll save you, and she jumped him.
But that was Venom.
No. I think that was Shriek.
But Venom came out of her and went in.
Well, maybe, I don't know. Fuck, I don't know. This movie's so jacked up, I don't know.
I mean, that is kind of confusing.
No
I'm
shit.
I'm ready for
What do
the
you say?
second one to come
You know the chick that was homeless on the side of the street that he gave $20 at the beginning, and she got turned in or
For the paper.
put in for the like testing or whatever. And
Yeah,
then
she
he
got
broke the
Venom.
glass and she had Venom in her.
Was that Venom?
Yeah, she come out choking
Okay,
out.
well, I don't know
Venom-
where Shriek is then.
Shriek would have to be the dude that got the black.
It
dude,
was the black dude
Yeah.
then. Shriek's the black dude.
because he was very, very high sensitive to the sound and stuff.
Right. So that's got to be the black guy. Because then
And
the
then
chick is
Carnage
Venom.
is the Indian chick with the glasses that brought Venom in.
Because literally Woody Harrelson, the guy from Star Wars or Cheers, he's got red curly hair. And he's sitting there in his cell. And it's not a normal cell. It's a room. And it's a cage he's in. He's like, welcome, Eddie. I've been expecting you. Because the symbiotes can feel each other.
Okay, can you like fast forward to the ending that we didn't see the credits and show us?
I don't know if it shows it on this. I just know because I looked up on YouTube.
Oh, we looked it up on YouTube.
Well, hang on. God damn it. You're such a dick.
So needy.
God, you're such a